All right, there we go. Sorry, guys. I've been talking this whole time, and the freaking mic wasn't even on. Can you believe that? Yes, you could. Anybody who's watched me long enough will believe that that is something that would happen here for sure. For sure. For shizzle. Is this stream in AS? Yeah, it's an ASMR. I'm becoming an ASMR channel, guys. That's what we're doing here. All right, let me do the intro song, and then we'll get started. Sorry, I'm trying to incorporate TikTok Live, and I'm learning how to use it so that I could do YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok at the same time. And all I see is that TikTok saying TikTok doesn't allow editing when live. Uh, okay, so let me try and end this real quick. Not this stream. You guys will be fine. I'm going to end this live here on TikTok. I should still be live everywhere else. And we're learning together, guys. We're all learning. We're all in this together. I know, Sarah, but you know what? I've been trying to grow. I've been trying to use it to grow my channel. So, yeah. So I'm gonna go live from the TikTok app here and see if that works. It's the Tuesday live stream. Okay. Add topic. Chat. We'll say chat and interview. Show at least one camera source before you go live. Okay. I think that should work. What is it doing? You limit your profile and videos to those of age 18 and older. Okay, yeah, well, I obviously want to do that. I am showing a camera source. Okay, so it's yelling at me because I don't have a camera source here. Thank you guys for bearing with me. And it'll only let me show the ugliest camera ever. You know what? I think we're just gonna try to do it. I think we're just gonna try to do it with Restream and see if it works. And I'll be shocked if and wait for it, because before it said it was streaming on TikTok and then it didn't. Does anybody follow me on TikTok? I am not cheating on you with TikTok, Phallic. It's not like that at all. I'm trying to help build the channel, and a lot of YouTubers have used TikTok to help build their YouTube. So, if you don't have TikTok, can you guys go? Um, Wait, Maya. If Maya's here, Maya follows me on TikTok. Can you see if I'm live over there? If you're in here, Maya. I'm reacting to some stuff, but it's private. Yeah, it's private stuff. I'm reacting to some private things here. Oh, Maya is in here. Okay. Yes, Maya, can you go over on TikTok real quick and see if I'm live over there? Before I actually like start the stream, I want to see if I can get this ironed out so that I know whether or not I'm live over there. Which is why I didn't play like any like copyrighted music or anything. Did we lose sound again? We should not have lost sound again. No, you should still have sound. I still see it. I don't even have Tic Tacs. Can you breathe without a Tic Tac? Yeah, but I wouldn't recommend it. You guys remember that commercial? I'm just waiting on Maya's reply to tell me if I'm live on TikTok or not. Now, I should be. I should be very live. Now, I just don't know if I can see it from from my TikTok account because it's my account, you know? It says it's sending the data to TikTok. Maybe I have to have TikTok Studio open. We're just waiting on a report back from Maya. Will she make it to TikTok and back again? Continue hosting live from... You're on live now. Continue hosting live from that device or end the live before you go live again. So I'm just going to continue the live. And I'm just going to hope that it's... I'm just going to hope that it's working. I got 30 likes. So someone's clicking it. 6 total views. Okay, so I just probably can't see who's coming in and out. All right, no worries, no worries, no worries. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's do it then. I saw you on TikTok. Am I live on TikTok though? Am I live? Does it say that I'm live over there? I know you saw me on TikTok. You've seen me on TikTok before. You know, we're just skipping the whole intro. No, I can't. I gotta come in with a song, guys. Yes! Thank you, Maya! We're live on TikTok. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Thank you, Maya. You're my hero, baby. I can take away your pain. Okay, with that said, let's get this actual show started now.
Don't cry, she'll be back tomorrow. Take back all the time you borrowed. I'm no longer afraid to tell you that I
Need you and I wish that you would come back for more.
locked down in a phone in a bed, singing the same song over and over again. You need me half as bad, and I settle for less than that. In my head, there's a sharp terrifying of you, but I'm mistaken for someone who cared for me. I need a cigarette, I haven't smoked in weeks. I need a smaller bed to fill the vacancy. I'm so close to freedom. Put me on the ropes, put me on the road. Try my best to change my past, the way it's circles. Jump around and let me fall. So close to freedom. Put me on the ropes, put me on the road. Try my best to change my past, the way it's circles. Jump around and let me fall. I need you now. I need you next week. Just give me by your side. Cause I don't trust myself tonight. I'm so close to freedom. Put me on the ropes, put me on the road. Tried my best to change my past, the way it should go. Cover up and let me fall. So put me on the ropes, put me on the road. Tried my best to change my past, the way it should go. Cover up and let me fall. And realize all the things that I would say if I saw you again. And I break all the promises that I made to the girl I went to keep you. I ruined myself. Make me believe that this is what I need. Tell me that it's not over. Put me on the road. Put me on the ropes, put me on the road. Tried my best to change my past, the way it should go. Cover up and let me fall. Put me on the ropes, put me on the road. Tried my best to change my past, the way it should go. I need you now. I need you next week. Just keep me by your side. Just keep me by your side. 'Cause I don't trust myself tonight. Let's go! Let's go!
I like it, I likes it, I loves it, I want some more of it. I try so hard, but I can't rise above it. Sing it. You want me to sing it? I'll sing it. Let's go. You guys know how we start these shows off, with a little bit of song. This is a good one. Somebody asked me to do Freddie Mercury, so. Can anybody find me somebody to love? Woo! Each morning I get up, I die a little, can barely stand on my feet. Take a look in the mirror and my Lord, what you doing to me? I spent all my years in believing you, but I just can't get no relief. Lord, somebody, oh somebody, can anybody find me somebody to love? Me too, Maya. I work hard every day of my life. I work till I ache my bones. At the end, I take home my hard-earned pay on my own. I get down on my knees and I start to pray till the tears run down from my eyes. Lord, somebody, oh somebody, can anybody find me somebody to love? Every day, and I try and I try and I try, but everybody wants to put me down. They say I'm going crazy. They say I got a lot of water in my brain. No, I got no common sense. He's got nobody left to believe. Oh, that Freddie. He be Mercurying. Oh, somebody, can anybody find me somebody to love? This is why I don't sing after naps. I got no feel, I got no rhythm. I just keep losing my beat. I'm okay, I'm alright. I ain't gonna face no defeat. I just gotta get out of this prison cell. Someday I'm gonna be free, Lord. Find me somebody to love. 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 Find me somebody. Find me somebody to love. Somebody, 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 somebody. Somebody find me somebody to love. Can anybody find me somebody to love? Oh, oh, can anybody anywhere find me somebody, 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 somebody to love? Find me, please find me somebody to love. No, seriously, I'm so lonely. I said I'm so lonely. I just need somebody to love. I'm just making it up for this song. I'm actually incredibly lonely. What just happened there? What just happened? What just happened there? That was weird, man. I don't even remember like the whole last minute of that song. Did I catch a I'm so lonely in there at some point? I thank you. I am the Sing King, but we're not doing another song right now. I need to catch my breath after that one, man. That was quite the tunage. Quite the tunage over there. How's everybody doing? Welcome. This show is called, in case you don't know, EG Lately Live. Yeah, how did you do that, EG? A magician never reveals his secrets. But let's just say throughout high school, I like religiously taught myself how to sing every single day. Like all day, every day. Like Little Lately's doing it right now. She's doing the exact same thing I did, which is just go in your room, lock yourself in, and just sing until you can't sing anymore. Then rest until you can sing again, and then come back at it the next day and sing some more until you can learn how to control your voice. And oh Maya, you're never alone when you're with us. You're never alone when you're with us, Maya. You're never alone, no. Never gonna be alone with me, Maya. You're never alone when you're. Okay, I'm being weird now. I'm being weird. EG got a nap in before he went live, so. Oh my God, I almost forgot. Roll call.
Let's take a roll here. Jay Quellen. Where's Jay Quellen at? No Jay Quellen here? Yeah.
Do you mean Jacqueline?
Okay. So that's how it's gonna be.
That's how it's gonna be. The high note, shattered glass. I'll be shattering glass up in here. Okay, why did the alert not play? That's the question. But Maya Draco Lazowski has been a member for 4 months. Count 'em 4, baby. 4. I guess I was hiding my pinky. 4 months. Let's go, she says. 4 months, let's go. Thank you so much, Maya. Anybody who is a member of the YouTube channel or supports me on TikTok or does anything like that, I appreciate y'all so much. You will never know how much I appreciate y'all. All right, that's all that matters. I just want y'all to know that Oz B's appreciating y'all's so dang much. So, yeah. You know, you don't have to always be you don't have to always be, sending super chats and stuff, even though I really appreciate those. Daniel's Crew's been an absolute legend when it comes to that kind of stuff. And what else? Yeah, but anybody who supports me through memberships, you guys are just as valuable as anybody else. So thank you guys. Everybody who shows up here, thank you too. Even if you're not a member, I appreciate y'all so much. So let's do our roll call. So we got Blue Jay, the bluest of Jays, saluting Maya for her 4 months. Intellection Shift says, Jay Quellen. You mean Jacqueline? Oh, it's gonna be like that. Yeah. Maya Draco Lazowski's in the house. Phallic Weapon. Don't forget to like the video, my lovelies. Yes, thank you for reminding them. Timey Wimey in the house with the yellow member star. She's been a member for a minute. Rogera got the red star, though. Rogera is like the OG. You get the red star, you know you've been here for a minute. Rogera, thank you for being here, dear. I appreciate y'all. Janie without Tina here, Rogera is now the reigning senior member of the chat, so we got to make sure we don't chase Rogera away. Timey Wimey's in the house. Janie Minaj is in the house. I got a voice like Jesus and Fergie, man. It's like Jesus. I got sleep hair. My hair's a mess. I should have took a shower before I went live, but what can you do? What can you do? Who else we got here tonight? I see Jeannie. I saw Sarah. Saw Sarah known and little in the chat earlier. Phallic Weapons been bouncing around all over, checking out different channels. I appreciate that. So we are live in 4 different places. You can catch us on Twitch. Now you can catch us on TikTok. YouTube is on my primary platform. And you can catch me in 2 different places there. EG Lately Live or on the main channel EG Lately, which will eventually go away once EG Lately Live ever gets over 500 subs, which it doesn't seem to be getting past 420. It goes past 420, then drops under 420, then goes back past 420, then drops under 420 again. I don't know what's going on. I need a breakout hit over here. And I think that I don't want to say that's it before I scroll through the whole chat and see who's all here. Oh, Daniel's crew. I did mention Daniel's crew was here. I did give her a specific shout out, so I'll count that one. But Daniel's crew's in the house. Salute to Daniel's crew, my #1 super chatter, donator, however you want to say it. The GOAT. I did say Sarah, known and little. I'm just saying it again so that she doesn't feel left out because I do forget her quite often. Who was also the number... I'm not sure if she was the #1 commenter because I'm not sure how long these comments go back because I did have to switch over to my main account to see what's going on. So, anyway, what are we going to do tonight, right? That's the question. What are we going to do tonight? Well, firstly, we should... someone's video where he showed people who accidentally did odd things not knowing their live stream was going. Oh, God. Oh, God. What's up, Leon? Good to see you, man. This is what I do when I'm not racing monster trucks. I come on here and I speak to the people. So shout out to Leon Racing. But that wraps up. He's the last one here. Tardy for the party? He was not. But anybody who comes in now will be tardy for the party. So that's roll call.
Let's take roll here. Jay Quellen. Where's Jay Quellen at? No Jay Quellen here? Yeah.
Do you mean Jacqueline?
Okay. So that's how it's gonna be.
That's how it's gonna be. All right, so I think that we need to... What do we need to do? Am I live? Wait, am I live on my gaming channel? I probably should not be live on... Yes, I am live on my gaming channel. I should probably not be live on my gaming channel because that's not... I'm not gaming. All right, cutting off the gaming channel, but Leon, go check out, subscribe to EG Lately Live or just my regular channel, my main channel, EG Lately, and the stream will continue. But the Lately Gaming is specifically for like my monster truck stuff. So, taking it off the air. And it's out. It's gone. Lately Gaming is down. Because I ain't gaming right now. You know, I'm not gaming. I'm talking. I'm talking to the people. Wait, what happened to Tina Cat? I've reached out to her and just let her know that we're here to be supportive of her. But I think she's dealing with some family stuff, so we give her all the time she needs. She knows, I told her we're here when you're ready to come back, but, you know, let her handle her stuff. I don't want to go into details about what's going on with her because it's not none of my business, none of anybody else's business. But just send her your well wishes and just let her know that you got her on your mind and that you're thinking about her. And I think that'll do enough. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Okay, so I think that we need to explore some hot topics. What do you guys think? Hot topics? That's where we talk about all the trending stuff going on in the world right now. Let's do it.
Let's talk about it. It's time for Hot Topics.
Wake up. Nothing is out of context. I am an Islamist, fundamentalist, radical terrorist. I am.
No, I did not boot the racing guy. I was live on Lately Gaming, and I'm not supposed to be live on Lately Gaming when I'm doing my main live streams, because I'm already live on EG Lately Live. So if I'm live on EG Lately Live on EG Lately, and then live on EG Gaming, that's a little too much, I think. I think that's a little too much. So I told him to go, I told him to come subscribe to my other channels, and then he'll be able to be a part of it. But Leon is my racing buddy. He can handle it. In fact, I'll tell you guys what. I will text him and let him know that I did not boot him. Didn't mean to go live. Since you guys think I'm so mean, I didn't mean to go live on my gaming channel, but you're more than welcome to join us on my main or live channel. Is that good, you heathens? Or TikTok? TikTok Anonymous? See, he found it. See, I texted him. See, I told you he'd find it. You guys think I'm so mean. I'm not. And he met Phallic, because Phallic was watching us race one night. By the way, I'm going to be making a big announcement before we get into all the stuff. Okay? In lieu of this new league monster truck racing I'm doing, depending on how you view this could be good news for you. This could be inconvenient news for you, but it's not bad news for you. I don't think anybody's gonna think it's bad news. So my streaming schedule is going to be changing from Tuesdays and Thursdays to most likely Tuesdays and Fridays. But the caveat there is Thursdays will still be streaming, but we will be streaming racing. So that will be on my Lately Gaming channel. And then we'll also be streaming racing on Saturdays. So we'll do a live stream of the racing on Saturdays, I think. I don't know. I haven't decided yet on that. But you'll get a full-on production of me in my upcoming league. But I'm going to be entering 2 leagues now, okay? So I'm not going to be in just one league. I'm going to be in 2 leagues. But the one league happens on Thursday nights. So I'm going to be live streaming that league and my participation in that league. I'm also going to be live streaming a lot more on my Lately Gaming channel. Anytime I go in and start practicing with people or something, I'm going to go live with it, all right? Just as a way to create more content, because, I've been really diving into this whole racing thing, and it's taken away a little bit of time from editing, but I'm still obviously going to keep doing my main videos. I would never stop doing them. But this way, we got more content coming out. You're getting more opportunities to see me, hang out with me, whatever. So I will make an official announcement regarding that change. Probably it's going to be happening this Thursday. I will be streaming, but it'll be on my Lately Gaming channel. So if you guys want to be a part of that and watch me race or whatever, make sure you subscribe to Lately Gaming. But other than that, we're going to be moving on Friday nights. We're going to be having the live stream that's supposed to be taking place on Thursdays. This is actually a good thing because now on Friday nights I can stream longer. I won't be as tired because I have off on Fridays at least until the end of August. I think I go back to working Fridays again. Daniel's Crew for $5 says, sorry I'm late to the show. That is okay. If anybody's allowed to be late, Daniel's Crew, it's you. If anybody's allowed to be late, you are allowed to be late, my dear. So no worries. No worries. Thank you for that. I appreciate you so much. So yeah. Anyway, as I said, we have some... I feel like this is off-centered. Am I off-centered? Did I move something? I did. I did move something. That's better. I was off-centered. There was a whole piece of screen that was just black. What's up with that? But anyway, yeah, I just clicked the Hot Topics button, so we obviously got to go check out some Hot Topics. Let me make sure the reaction channel is set up and not... Yeah, see, it would have just taken you to my OBS. And that wouldn't have been good. Ain't nobody got time for that. So what is that? I got that window open. Oh, no, I got the whole display open. So now I need to get my... Did I mention I'm a professional streamer, guys? And that I have this all worked out perfectly well. I have this all working extremely well. The show works very fluidly, okay? The show is working optimally. The show is working optimally. It's an optimal show, man. It's an optimal show. So yeah, that's cool. Where is that coming from? Where is that sound coming from? No, that cannot be right. I have to fix these settings real quick in audio. Hey Carla, good to see you. Carla's back. Back again. Carla's back. Hello, friend. Carla's back. Carla's back. Carla's back. Carla's back. Carla's back. Carla's back. So Carla just got a whole song. How about that? EG needs macros. I do need macros. I need macros like it ain't pretty, man. I do's. Okay, why is it's supposed to be coming through 80 my HD 60? It's supposed to be coming through my capture card. So why is it not coming to my capture card? Did I mute it? Is it muted? It is muted. Macros. There we go. I need macros like it ain't. Okay, now I can just silence that. I'm watching myself. How cool is that? But you guys can't see that because, you know, that's what I'm looking at right now, in case you're wondering. There's all you beautiful people right here. This is what I'm looking at when we're chit-chatting away. But that's all gonna have to go now, and I'm gonna have to just rely on the restream chat to talk to you guys. So I haven't seen any TikTok ones yet, so I'm curious if people can even talk to me through TikTok on restream or not, or if I have to have the TikTok app open. It says I got 3 comments, but I don't see anything in the live chat, so I don't see nothing in the live chat. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see anything. I don't see it, folks. So if there's a live chat over on the TikTok live studio, I don't see it. So if you're trying to talk to me on TikTok, I'm very apologetic towards that. My heart okay, it doesn't say that there's any chats. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But Maya, what's up, Roma son? Good to see you. Maya, I have another favor to ask of you. Oh my God, there's so many of me. I'm just adding. I'm multiplying. I'm like a locust. There's like locusts everywhere. Okay, let me get those out of here. Maya, I would like to request that you go and ask me a question in TikTok, please, so that I can see if it shows up on my TikTok live. I heard hundreds of people are trying to talk to ET on TikTok, and he's breaking their hearts. That's exactly what's happening, Sarah. So if I see Maya pop up with a TikTok logo next to her name, then I will know that I am actually seeing the chat from TikTok. Because it did say that I had 3 comments. So I probably just have people, I'm just like straight up ignoring people over on TikTok. They're going to be like, this guy don't even see us. What's up with that? What's going on here? Now, I will be able to eventually be able to use like my OBS into my TikTok live studio, and I think stream there. But if this doesn't work tonight, it would be super helpful if I could just restream my stuff and TikTok works. But we'll wait and see if whatever Maya types in there shows up. This is a test, and then we'll get into everything, guys. I know we're supposed to be doing hot topics, but I am curious. This is all new to me, son. This is all new. It's an all new AJ. But sometimes, like, since I don't stream on TikTok a lot of times it'll just be dead air. It'll just be straight dead air, you know, over on TikTok. Because there's so many people live over there. But if you get hot, you know. And again, I'm just trying to use TikTok as a way to promote my YouTube. You know, that's what I do. So after you post something over there, Maya, you can come back over here. And then, because that way, if I don't see it, then I know that there's something wrong. And then I have to figure out a different way about it. But I do see that there's supposed to be a live chat here for TikTok. But if it pops up, TikTok, that'll be nice. That'll show me that we are in good shape. Isha says, is that a helicopter crash on the road there? Oh, so that was this crazy. We've watched that story actually before. That was about the lady who claimed that she was being hijacked. Her car got hijacked, but it never did get hijacked, and it led to a police officer being killed in a car accident. Very sad. Okay, you posted something. Okay, so I don't see it. I don't see it. So that's a problem. That's a bit of an issue. That's definitely a bit of an issue there. So we're gonna have to figure that out. But I am live over there. You're saying I am live over there. But you're posting it in the live, right? The live that you're seeing. Let me see here. Let me go to my live performance numbers. It only says 3. She lied about the whole thing. 2 officers. Yeah. Oh, 2 officers died. I only thought 1 did, because that's what they said in the video. But I think there was a guy who was on the other side, was actually a former firefighter or something, retired firefighter. I mean, it does say the roses are up and stuff, so here's Live Center. Because if I can't, at least if I can't see the live, I want to be able to at least figure out how to see the comments. E.g., every live is a new opportunity. Go live and be seen by more people. That would be nice if I could see what I want to see. Where can I see my chat, though? TikTok, huh? Live Creator Hub, maybe? Nope, that's not. That can't be it. What's this? No. What's this? What's this? I'm just trying to find the oops, it started playing one of my previous lives. That's cool though that it does save my lives, so that's neat. So then by all accounts, I said, can you please sing another song? Another Queen song? Okay, so then why in God's name do I not see your chat then? I should at least see it somewhere in here. Maybe I'm just gonna and I can't even pull it up on my phone. Maybe I need to add a widget. I need to add a widget. What's this say here? Couldn't create a source, floater window, moderator, general, extended chat, key viewers. Use extended chat only if your live chat messages move too fast. Okay, so I'm not going to do that. General, allow comments, allow GIFs, highlights. Sorry guys, I'm trying to figure this out. I promise we're gonna have a good time tonight. I don't understand why this is so TikTok's always gotta be so complicated. For the longest time, they wouldn't even let me have, like, they wouldn't even let me have a thingy. Live access. E.g. Lizzle. Here's my live studio. Where's my profile? Okay, it does say I'm live over here. Okay, I could pull this up here. And now I can see. Oh, I see Carla. Okay, there we go. All right, so I got it. Can I pop this out so I can put it next to the restream? So I'm not seeing it on the restream yet, but it is up and we are chatting. That's good. That's a start. We're getting somewhere. All right. See, I only got to do this once, and then I'll know what I need to do to watch this. And you know me, I like to figure this stuff out while I'm live, because I'm an idiot. So that's fun. I see the Delco Pier. I'm unfamiliar. Or you mean the pooper? The Delco pooper, for sure. For show. Okay, so now I got this here, and I'm gonna take my other chat, and I'm gonna put it next to. Okay, I gotta shrink this down a little bit. Did I mention I'm a professional streamer and I know exactly what I'm doing? So that's exciting. Where did Restream go? I just lost Restream, folks. Oh no, OBS. That's what I need. Okay, we're just gonna have to do it. We'll just have to do it live. Not TikTok live, but we'll do it live. And then I'm gonna have to make this box smaller. Stop going in there. I don't want to dock you. All right, stop stealing my chat, OBS. I just want to be able to monitor the chat. Is that too much to ask for? I'd like to put this chat next to the TikTok chat so that I could see all the chats. Is that too much to ask for? Huh? Now it's hiding the chat. Okay. Okay. I got it. No. Damn you. Damn you, OBS, every time. All right. I think that's good. That's about as good as we're going to get it. Hi, EG. Dang it, missed like an hour. No, honestly, Summer, you haven't missed anything. I've been messing around with TikTok trying to figure out how to use it for live streaming. So you're just in time because we're finally going to actually get started. Although you did miss an awesome Queen performance. But that's good. That's good news. That's good news. All right, now I can see the TikTok chat. I can see the Restream chat. And that is all the chats I need to see. So, I don't know what... I totally forget what I was going to go over tonight for Hot Topics. So I guess we'll go take a look at some trending stories and see what is interesting to me. Oh, Fantastic Four is not doing very well in the box office. So the first weekend was really big for Fantastic Four, but had a massive drop-off. And Disney's like trying to... Of course, it shows me the old Fantastic Four movie, not the new one. Where is... I am going to need some mods, though, over on TikTok. So if you're interested in becoming a mod... You know what, Maya? I'm going to make you a mod over here because you are always, like, very supportive and active. So I think I made you... I think that officially made you a mod, right? Does that make you a mod? It says add as moderator. And I think that's it, right? That's all I gotta do. Thank you, Carla, for following me. Thank you for liking the live. Tap the screen over on TikTok. I just wanted to say that because that's what you're supposed to say, I guess. But yeah, if you guys aren't following me on TikTok, go follow me on TikTok. It's good times, good times. But so Fantastic Four is not doing very well. It's basically in free fall from its first weekend. So that's not good in terms of Disney wanting to do like more with this. Well, I mean, Disney's going to keep pumping out Marvel movies even if they keep taking baths. But I think they're just trying to survive until, like, they're just trying to survive right now until they can, let me fix this real quick. They're trying to survive until they can reboot the universe and start fresh, which is not, like, you know, the best move, I think, but they're going to try, they got to do what they got to do, you know? So I liked Fantastic Four again. As you guys know, I did a review on it, so... And the theater I went to was, like, the first day, and it was pretty packed in there, but that would probably mostly be all the Marvel nerds. So this is our Hot Topics topic for the day, and then we're gonna get into some interesting stuff that's scary and spooky. So it says, while Fantastic Four First Steps opened quite strongly in its first weekend with 117 million domestically, with a total around 257 million worldwide so far, things are taking a turn for the worse. While Fantastic Four will still take its second weekend, the movie only grossed 11.7 million on Friday, which is down a massive 80% from the previous Friday during its launch weekend. 80%. That's almost like 100% drop from people wanting to go see it. And you would think that like word of mouth would make people want to like go see it, like, because it's not like people are trashing this movie. Maybe everyone already saw it. I think that there's some truth in that, Carla. I think that some people have seen it, and like some people have seen it. The people who would want to see it, right? They're the people who've probably seen it. But unfortunately for them, like that's bad. That's not a good look for the franchise. You don't want to do that. You definitely don't want to do that. Drop 80%. That's almost 100%, which means like if nobody went. So that means only 20% of the audience came to see Fantastic Four the second weekend, compared to 100% of the audience before the weekend before. And that's only week 2, right? So that's not great. Not great. And I think this is just residuals from Marvel being bad for so long. Yeah, 80%. Dang, she says. A lot of people don't want to go to theaters anymore. That's true too, Ruggiera. If you add in the expensive ticket prices, which is actually probably the cheapest part of going to the movie, is buying the ticket for the movie. It's the popcorn, it's all the other stuff that they gouge you, and they really gouge you. I got a little popcorn and a small drink, right? Guess how much that was? It was almost $30 for a small cup, a small plastic cup, and a small little thing of popcorn. It was $30 damn, dude. I could not believe it. So you know what I did? I went over and I started using the Slurpee machine. I put Slurpee in there. And you best believe that I left that movie 4 or 5 times to go refill my Slurpee to get my $30 worth. $20. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. Marvel released too much slop. What Raj? Yeah, and I think that's too. They haven't won back their audience yet. They're going to need a couple movies like this that are going to get people talking about Marvel again. It's not like nobody cares right now. Nobody cares about the characters because, you know, say what you want about YouTubers and influencers and people who are talking about this stuff. We have an effect on their bottom line. And I think them trying to like make a particular side of the political aisle happy really did them in. Really did them in. If you alienate half of your audience, you know, you're definitely going to cause a lot of issues. Definitely. Listen, I'm always going to be a sucker for an in-person movie date. Yeah, listen, I got no problem with that. I totally agree. I think that in-date movie dates are still a thing, you know. Although I would say that the first date should never be at the movies, because the first date should be you trying to get to know somebody. Maybe the third or fourth date could be the movies, but the first date should be dinner. No, you're not. The first date should be something casual, so you could meet each other, see if you guys are actually attracted to each other, and then figure out if you guys mesh well. The second date could be dinner. The problem with first date dinners is that, you know, if you're hating the person that you're with, one, you're kind of buying them. Like I've been on dates before where I guess the girl had no interest in me, but was totally down for a free meal or free drinks or something like that, you know. But it should be a bar. The first date should be at a bar, so that you can. So if someone's not feeling it, they can leave at any time they want. What about an $80 galactic popcorn bucket? Yeah, that is insane. And I'll tell you what, Leon, I would have bought that though. I did like the Galactus bucket, but they didn't have them at the movie theater that I was at, because I thought that would be cool. Because it's like that'll be a collector's item down the road that you could probably resell for more money, you know. And you could reuse that. Like, you could take that home and put popcorn in it or stuff. So I can understand that being the price. But for a little bag that was falling apart because of the butter being $30, that is some bull crap. some straight BS, bro. Some BS. I haven't been to a theater since my sister and I went to the Nutcracker, I believe, so over 8 years ago. Not oh, that like so you're talking about like a theater, like an actual theater, well, not a movie theater. In the UK where I go, popcorn is like $6 and tickets are $4.99 online. Wow, dang, that's pretty good. We don't get that kind of juice here in the Americas. Our tickets are expensive. It's Trump's America, baby. But regardless, though, I still liked Fantastic Four. I don't want to see Disney take a bath on this movie. I would like to see them recoup some of their money so that they keep making Marvel movies. Because I think that if we lose these movies, that we're just going to hurt each other in the long run. And I don't think that that's cool. Like, we don't want to lose each other in the long run. People still enjoy these superhero movies. I still enjoy superhero content. And, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. We always smuggle candy sodas into the theater. That's the move, E-Shift. I can't tell you to do illegal stuff, but the people at the movie theater aren't going to pat you down, I don't think. So, yes, just smuggling candy. But I don't know where if you want popcorn now, you're going to have to shell out money for it, because I don't know how you'd smuggle in popcorn unless you have one of those didn't they used to have like one of those little self-cooking popcorn things where just like sit there and like blow up, like making popcorn in the movie theater? No more supers. You shut your dirty mouth, Janie. You shut it. But yeah, you know, oh my God, I left again and am back again. I keep having people call me. Well, tell them that you're trying to enjoy EG Lately Live and that you don't got time for that crap. Okay, you don't got no time for that crap. If you're coming in on TikTok, please tap the screen, hang out, you know, follow the channel, get comfortable, because we're having a good time tonight. Right now, we're talking about the Fantastic Four. It's a difficult spin. It's difficult to spin this. For comparison's sake, in the same month, Superman dropped 53% from its first weekend to its second. And while Fantastic Four may outpace other recent, rather poor MCU offerings by a bit, this is far from roaring. We're back. War cry, despite these big names and how much they will tie into the upcoming pair of Avengers movies. A lot of people were praising the fact that you don't need that this movie's self-containing. Meaning that you could go watch Fantastic Four and you don't have to see like a bunch of other movies before you see this. You could just go without seeing any Marvel movie and then see this, and you'll be fine. Now the problem with that though is, you know, people aren't going to go see it, because if you don't have to go see Fantastic Four to go see what happens in the Avengers Doomsday, you know, which I think does hurt the movie. But Superman only being a 53% down, and Fantastic Four being 80% down, that's a big deal. That's a big win for DC, in my opinion. So that means that Superman is probably going to outdo Fantastic Four, and Disney's not going to like that very much. So anyway, that's Hot Topics for today.
So let's talk about it. It's time for Hot Topics.
Wake up. Nothing is out of context. I am an Islamist, fundamentalist, radical terrorist. I am.
I mean, Hassan said it, man. You know, Hassan said it. He's a fundamental radical terrorist, you know. At least he's starting to come around on who he actually is, you know. I think that's important. I think that's an important thing. But anyway, how y'all doing? Like Wendy Williams, how you doing? How you doing? Isn't Wendy Williams like losing her mind or something? But so there's two things that we could talk about. My hubby just bought my granddaughter a tortoise for her 4th birthday, so I am now getting ready to house a tortoise for a few nights. Oh, I like tortoises. I like turtles. You know, just like that zombie kid said all them years ago. It still reigns true. I like turtles. As long as it's not a snapping turtle, that would suck. No snapping turtles, man. No snapping turtles. But that'll be fun, Daniel's Crew. Post some pictures in the Discord. We do have a Discord, an EG Lately Discord, if you guys are interested in joining. I don't know what to tell you if you're interested in joining the Discord. You should do it. That's it. I mean, just I don't know. Go over to what's up, Kit? How you doing? Thanks for coming into the TikTok. And we are. So if you are interested in joining Discord, you can find it over on my YouTube, I believe. That's the only place I think I have the link for it. Somebody could post it in the chat too. That would be cool if you want. My kids had a tortoise. It was, oh my god, it was dead for a month before we knew it was. We thought it was hibernating. Yeah, that tortoise. Thank you, Blue Jay. So currently, right now, if you guys are interested in joining my Discord, it is over on my YouTube live at the moment, which is just EG Lately. I gonna have to get someone to figure out. This is my first time doing this on TikTok live, so I'll eventually have a moderator over there that'll be doing the same things that the moderators do over on YouTube. So that'll be fun. I thought I added Draco as a moderator, but for some reason it just lets me click and won't let me add her. So tortoise or turtle? Is there a difference between a tortoise and a turtle? Is a tortoise like the big one with the feet, and then a turtle is like the one that swims? Is there a difference? Or is it a tortoise? You know? What about a tortoise? That's like a whole different animal right there. But anyway, let's watch some stuff. So there's Blue Jay. I got a question for you. Have you seen the puppet content cop? Have you seen the girl that does the puppet content cops? She's very good. Geckos are cool. I like iguanas too. I've never been a reptile fan. I'm just, I don't know. The scales, gives me the heebie-jeebies, man. Gives me the heebie-jeebies. Phallic says, "Oh my God, tortoise are land creatures. Tortoise are in the ocean, or turtles are in the ocean." I've never sat down and did like a big breakdown between tortoises and turtles, okay? I didn't even know. So you haven't seen a Blue Jay? All right, well then that's what we're going to do tonight. I want to show you this girl. I think you're going to absolutely love her, Blue Jay. I stumbled across her earlier today, and I think that you are going to like this. So this girl does commentary videos using puppets, and the channel's called Mostly Peaceful Puppets. So hang on, I gotta go find her wherever she is. And she did a whole content cop as a puppet, and this content cop blows away Cameron 305 or 304's content cop. Like, this girl, whoever's doing these peaceful puppet videos, is a very, very talented editor. That's all I'm gonna say. And you're absolutely gonna love this, Blue Jay. And I'm excited to show you this person because I think that you're about to find a new favorite creator, other than me, of course. I'm gonna stay up there, hopefully. But this is so good, and she breaks down a lot of stuff. This video is an hour long. Okay, I got time, so, but it does feel shorter. So I'm going to stop where I can, but I am going to put it on 1.25 so that we're not here all night, okay? Because I tend to stop a lot, so I should probably show you guys what I'm looking at, huh? That would probably be helpful. Let me wait for it to come up on the screen. But yeah, you're gonna like this. She does such a good job. I need to fix the dang. Did I tell you guys I'm a professional streamer? I do this for a living. No, I don't do it for a living. Honestly, that's going too far. I don't do it for a living, but I try. I try to. I try to do it for a living. I just can't. I don't have enough clout, folks. Which is where y'all come in. Bring the clout to me. Plenty of clout to go around, I say. Share some of it with moi. Alright, I'm going to have to make it a pinch smaller because it's an awkward size. Yeah, that works. Yeah, it works. Oh, no, that's even better. Perfect. Perfect. Actually, no, it's still not perfect because she's not It's like a much bigger screen than that. Dead air, dead air, dead air, dead air, dead air, dead air, dead air. Now there's not dead air because I'm yelling dead air. That's Xyle's trick. Whenever she has dead air, she just starts yelling dead air. And I think it's a smart move, personally. Then you don't have dead air. Okay, I got it finally lined up perfectly. Again, this is a channel called Mostly Peaceful Puppets. Let's take a look at their content cop, iDubbbz and Anissa. And I think this is probably the best content cop done on them by far. And I think you'll agree when I'm done.
Down, I repeat, man down.
What we do here is go back.
Slow it down.
It stinks like him here. I'm on the trail.
Grab it.
I can't. He's dead. They just left him here. They didn't try to intervene. They did you dirty. I'll give you a proper burial.
Look at the cinematography for her puppet.
He really does stink.
You gotta appreciate it. And she threw him in the trash.
Well, hello. On today's episode of Content Cup, we're going way back.
Also, by the way, she doesn't just do content cops. She does like breakdowns of other celebrities. She did one on Bill Burr that's actually brilliant too. I think this girl's gonna pop off once people find her. So I'm trying to help push her out there because I think that a lot of the way that she explains things is just really good. It's just really, really good. So, and Blue Jay, you're absolutely gonna freaking love this girl. It's very well executed. Just wait, it gets better. This girl like goes above and beyond with her editing. It must take her forever. I think she probably has like a whole team, unless she just does it by herself, in which case, you know, good for her.
Golden age of internet justice, before the World Wide Web Wild West was censored and demonetized, before the judge became the criminal, before one particular figure fell from grace and underwent a Kafkaesque metamorphosis into a colossal hypocrite, burning bridges
It gives
left and right and turning.
Avenue Q vibes, like Avenue Q vibes for YouTube. That's what I get. If you've never seen Avenue Q is like a very spicy version of Sesame Street that's a musical.
The creators and fans who once built him up. That's right. Our perp today is none other than the fallen former internet icon, iDubbbz.
Freezing. Get your hat, man. You need that. That's your content cop outfit, dude. That's your content cop outfit, dude. Take pride in it. Take pride in it. Take pride in it. Take pride in it.
Yes, I'm a girl puppet. Which means you get unfiltered, juicy gossip, pettiness, and the kind of fiery, hot energy that could even steam clean out the chronic skid mark stains in Ian Jomhaha's boxers.
Yeah, Avenue Q was
If
a
you're
musical
confused,
with puppets in it.
sit
It was very
tight.
dirty.
It will make more sense in a little bit.
was on Broadway.
So grab your Mountain Dew, your tea, smoke 'em if you got 'em, or huddle with your wife for a quick struggle sex session on how to feel about all this very, very, oh so important internet drama. For the rest of you, hold your nose, kiss your brain cells goodbye. We're heading head first into a hypocritical hotbed, a cesspool of narcissistic theatrics, moral backpedaling, and a slow-motion train wreck. But before we guzzle all this
Now, I don't think this is her real voice. I think she must be using like a voice pitch changer because she sounds like a child, but I think she's meant to do that. Like she's trying to be like Elmo kind of, but like a commentary version of Elmo. I think it's cute. It's well, and she pulls it off because I think she must write all this, and she's a very talented writer too. I'd love to interview this girl.
Glorious
She could
tea
be a
and low
puppet.
cow milk. Can you do a little favor for a little puppet?
For the lady, compliments of the cuck at table 8.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, I see you, but please keep your distance. You're a cuck and you stink. Thanks. As I was saying,
Like, that's freaking beautiful. It's Ida sitting at a tea table across the hall, sending her milk. It's like the little shit like that. Yeah, I sure hope it's a voice changer, or else we're dealing with a child. But I don't think that I don't think she's a child. I don't think a child would be able to diagnose iDubbbz the way that she does. But I mean, she's really good. She's very, very good at this.
a little favor for a little puppet with only 4 fingers? By using your fully equipped human hand, smash that subscribe button, poke it, prod it, lovingly caress it. I won't judge. Just hit subscribe. Thanks. Mwah. Born in beautiful sun-soaked San Bernardino, a more affordable slice of the California dream, with golden skies, breezy palms, and
Yeah, I'm sorry. This blows away any fake content cop that anybody else has done yet. Okay? This is even, I would even dare say this is almost better than some of iDubbbz's stuff. She's so good at this. Like, it's a I don't know how long she's been doing it, but it's a tragedy that she doesn't have way more subscribers by now. We have a grocery bagger sounds like that. It's a dude. Is it bad I had to count the fingers to confirm? Yes. No, you know, you want to, with what happened to Mutahar, I don't blame you. You gotta check everything a YouTuber says these days to make sure they're not lying.
that always feel a little longer.
If I was a
Little baby Ian Kane Washburn, better known today as iDubbbz, popped into the world the right way, with both parents and all the privileges that come with it. He landed straight into suburban softness, safe, quiet, and to him, perhaps painfully unremarkable. A life most would envy, but to him, he had zero interest in lifting anything heavier than a video game joystick or a camera. He was 6'2" and full of, well, no muscle. The kind who might have ended up a school shooter with a rambling manifesto if things went differently.
Yeah. Childhood.
Childhood.
Luckily, the world got Kickstarter crap and Content Cop instead.
I tend to subscribe to the idea that either everything's okay or none of it's okay, as it relates to art. And I would consider music, movies, games, art, right? So it irks me when they say, oh, the Confederate flag in this video game, not gonna work. We're gonna remove this app. We're gonna punish these developers by removing this app. But Django Unchained, we're gonna leave that on the App Store. Sure, the word Washburn is used about 100 different times in the movie, and you have all sorts of racial depictions in the movie.
You know what else I like too is she's not doing, like, she's taking this from a different angle than a lot of other creators have, where they just regurgitate the same talking points, but they just give a different opinion about it. She's going into stuff that I haven't heard other creators talk about yet. You know, I don't see anybody else talking about the fact that he grew up in a trailer park, or you know, finding pictures of him as a child. I don't know if that's really him or not, or AI, but you know, going into his pictures of his parents and showing that his home life really wasn't broken. So I don't know what he's so upset about. Like, that's what I like so much about this. I feel like she's actually, like, getting in the nooks and crannies. I can turn it back up to 1.25, though, and it's just because it's so long. I'm going to try not to play the whole entire thing so that you guys can go watch the rest of it over on her channel. But, yeah, it's really good, and I found this, and I wanted to show this to you guys.
It could be deemed offensive to someone, but we're going to let that one slide.
Love him or hate him, he used to be a champion of free speech and consistent. From ancient predecessors like the Three Stooges' painful antics.
My point! What's the matter with you?
To the art of shocking, risky, physical boundary pushing of jackass.
This is the Poo Cocktail Supreme.
Oh, God. Oh
This
my.
lineage paved the way for iDubbbz to bring his own reckless energy fully online.
Hey, can I get some, boys?
But iDubbbz set himself
So
apart
gross.
with a mix of irony, sharp internet culture commentary, and precision-targeted takedowns. His crowning jewel? The Content Cop series, part expose, where he dragged YouTube's biggest hypocrites into the harsh light of day. But here's the twist. Turns out, Ian was throwing stones inside a glass house, and the call was coming from right inside the house.
Stop calling me, you
Listen to me. We traced the call. It's coming from inside the house. You hear me?
The fact that she knows this movie makes me think this has got to be a woman in her late 20s or early 30s, because this movie came out when I was in high school.
It's coming from inside the house.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Content Cop. As you can probably tell, I can hardly contain myself right now, because today is the day we get to bully Leafy.
iDubbbz said he'd bully Leafy, but bullying a bully hits differently. Content Cop was content karma, the Punisher flavor of justice.
Why do you do this?
Somebody has to punish the corrupt.
For in the same way you judge others, you will be judged. And with the measure you use, it will be measured to you.
Matthew, 7-2. I'm okay with that.
Served not with violence or bullets, but with wit, humor, and a mirror held up for self-reflection. Not just ridicule. It was spicy free speech on the menu, and no one was forced to consume it.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna be talking about the kid today. I'm not gonna talk about
Washburn.
teeth. His teeth?
Washburn.
A thing in his mouth? I'm not gonna talk about that. That would be
Washburn.
a thing for me to do. These things? Not gonna do it. Not gonna talk.
Isn't that movie called Inside the House? Or is it literally called the call came from inside the house or something like that? I think it was something like that.
Nasty thing.
Rather than staying focused on Leafy's behavior, iDubbbz engaged in the same mockery of genetic traits like a weak chin or a snaggletooth. Despite clearly benefiting from both genetic and financial privilege, which he still denies, just one example is being able to afford braces, which improved his appearance. So, what could have been a surgical strike instead caused hypocritical collateral damage. Naturally, there was some blowback.
Content Cop on Leafy was removed, and that one shocked a lot of us in the YouTube community.
He might be biased because he was standing right next to him as he did it. And they were friends, but he's...
Is the sound acting up for anybody else? Or is it a Sarah thing? Does it sound good for everybody else? I know since I'm using my capture card, sometimes when I restart the video, you'll get like that little sound. But other than that, it should be working fine.
Valid point.
Of course, I would hope that it would be more nuanced than that, because the whole point is that Leafy was a bully.
Leafy was the actual one that really was bullying.
And so Ian was making this rhetorical point, this artistic. I think there's even an argument for an artistic parody. Yeah,
which is
what they said. What did they say? We make exceptions for parodies, scripted parodies,
scripted satire specifically.
So I think that he really is making a valid point, and he even says in the video, "I'm going to bully him because he's a bully, and that's how you teach bullies."
Yeah,
and he makes fun of his looks.
Sure, two wrongs don't make a right, as my grandpuppet always said, but in the grand scheme of things, that was just a small part of what iDubbbz did.
That's part of that idea that you should love your enemy. So you might say, well, why should you do that? Well, your enemy is going to be your harshest critic. Now, it's possible that if you have a very good enemy, that he will show you flaws in your character.
I had braces for, like almost all of my middle school years, and I hated them. I absolutely hated it. But, you know, I got straight teeth now, although I did lose my like retainer the first week I had my braces off, and I was like, they'll be fine. So now the front tooth's a little crooked because I never wore my retainer. So my sound is off, but it's lag for me. Sound is coming a second and a half after the mouth moves. Okay, I could probably fix that real quick.
You didn't know we're there, and so
I think I can fix that. 1 second, please. This typically fixes it. If I change the quality, it should get back to working again.
it's a very strange way of looking at the world.
Be better.
To think that you should welcome an attack. You should but this is right. I'm saying that with all due caution, let's say. The more vicious the attack, the more of your potential hidden flaws might be revealed. The attacks force you to contend with it, to see if it's there, right? To test it, test.
It's like being told you've gained weight, chosen a harmful partner, or have food on your face. Uncomfortable but necessary, especially when you're surrounded by yes men. Without feedback, self-awareness and improvement may never develop. Public exposure isn't ideal, but it often works.
I have adult braces after my assault. My jaw was messed up, so now I'm having to wear adult braces. Damn, I'm so sorry to hear that, Daniel Screw. That's terrible. Draco never had braces. Oh, wow, I thought it was me. Thank you, EG. Okay, yeah, no, because sometimes, since I do the capture card, sometimes the capture cards delay. I need to reset the sound, like resync up the sound. It doesn't always work, but most of the time it works.
Example of an iDubbbz content cop target saying just that.
I kind of think I like deserved that. And maybe that's like dark, like to say, but like I don't feel like I'm owed an apology. And maybe that's because I've accepted it so much that like people always ask me if you could go back in time and like make that never happen, like would you? And I always say no, because I feel like you need to be held accountable for actions. I don't know, like it made me do so much necessary growth, and I think it also changed the entire trajectory of my career and life. I think I would be a completely different person if I didn't have that. I think it like I was on track to just be so on my high horse and like egotistical and like nothing could go wrong, that something going wrong gave me such a dose of reality that like this might not last forever. Like
it's completely valid.
I don't believe a word she just said right there. I think she just realized that she came off looking very bad in that, and she's still trying to cope, you know, still trying to cope with it. But she was a young kid when that happened, so I guess it makes sense. You know, people do grow up, I guess, but I don't know if it's Tana Mojo who grew up or not. I don't watch her, so I don't really know.
Like that specific aspect of the content, you could still appreciate other parts without necessarily endorsing everything that's going on. For example, you might not like Anissa's idea to confront Tana in person, even though she claims it's nothing to be proud of. Her smile says otherwise.
The Tana thing was my.
Oh, that was so long ago.
Was my idea. Was my stupid idea.
Yeah.
I was the one that
suggested like we can go to the place. It's just in San Francisco. I'm like,
Sorry,
it is just in San Francisco.
Yeah, that drive and everything, and then
I will say I do think that that's going to be a surprise to a lot of people that it was actually Anissa's idea to go see Tana, because a lot of people say that it was Anissa's fault that iDubbbz quit doing the content cop. And it's not. It's, I think that their politics changed. I do think that Anissa is a big reason why iDubbbz stopped doing the content cops in the long term, but she was there and she was helping him in the beginning. But she could have just been being like, look, I'm a trustworthy source. Don't I have great ideas for viral moments? And then slowly just turned him into the type of guy that she wanted specifically. And she started wanting to embrace her Muslim heritage. I don't know what she was thinking with that haircut, though, to be honest with you. I just don't.
Security, again, that's like, oh, you can't take your own photos. We'll take the photo for you. And then I was like, oh, no, this is really complicated. Like, this is a difficult camera. You don't want to fumble with this. I'll do it. And the security guy was like really intimidated by this Washburn, you know, DSLR.
Being creative is one thing, but lying so smoothly with a cold, psychotic vibe is something else. Her entitled arrogance really showed when she belittled and laughed at that security guard just for being intimidated by her fancy camera. It was bold, but also pretty nasty. It's like a sandwich with onions. Some people like them, some...
What I'm surprised about is that Tana didn't like recognize iDubbbz, but I don't know if you've ever met a celebrity in person. A lot of times they don't look like what you're expecting them to look like on screen. But I do feel like the minute he walked up, she kind of looked at him and was like, "Where do I know that guy from?" Because that's not a typical guy that you'd expect to go see Tana Mojo. But then again, I don't know. He does kind of look cuckish.
Don't. Maybe you don't. So you flick them off and you move on.
Thank you, Draco.
Unless you're a full-blown Karen throwing a table-flipping tantrum over toppings.
What the?
Washburn.
I asked for extra guacamole.
petty contradictions
It's
made up only a
impressive how she does the
fraction of his
puppet stuff.
content. What we're about to dive into is the surprisingly deeper and far worse hypocrisy he slid into after Content Cop. To be clear, the real Content Cop, not the incoherent whinge fest it turned into. Yes, it was brutal back then, but it wasn't incoherent, deranged, emotional dumping, and driven by half-baked politics. Ian claims he turned a leaf, no pun intended, but that's not entirely accurate. We'll come back to that. First, let's examine more of his past. Now, let's get this straight. Ian references growing up in a trailer park as if it were inherently negative. Without any real context, it just comes off as performative and kind of empty. It's not exactly Dickensian misery. Many trailer parks are actually wholesome, close-knit, even gated communities.
I know, I can't even afford to live in a trailer park if I wanted to. Like, I can't afford to buy a trailer. So, again, tell me anything California, okay? I think that's perfectly fine. And I do think it's insulting of people who live in trailer parks. Because if there is a trailer park around my area somewhere. I don't know where it's at, but I've been there when I used to like do like assisting of UPS deliveries. And it was beautiful. It looked like just like regular houses. They just were small trailers instead. And it was like a very nice area. So I don't know where he's like getting this idea that I think he just does it to try to sell this idea that he was like poor at one point and he had to go through tough times to survive or some ridiculousness like that.
While some of us grew up facing real struggles, not just swaying trailers and creaky floors. This photo shows the truth. Those braces, they're expensive.
Where did he even find this?
Orthodontist work is far beyond basic dental care and out of reach for many families. They're cosmetic upgrades meant to close a gap and boost confidence for many. It ticks me off when people act like they came from hardship they never actually experienced. It's like rich people stealing even the identity and struggles of poor people. Even Kamala Harris did it.
I grew up a middle-class kid. My mother was hardworking. I grew up a middle-class kid. I grew up
references growing up in a trailer park. AOC did it.
Really, just a terrifying place to grow up here. I hear that there are miles of luscious trails going through the forest here.
My mom-in-law lives in a trailer park and it has a pool. I would not be shocked. Yeah, I mean, trailer park people care about their area. Like, I think shows like Trailer Park Boys have given a bad rap to, like, what a trailer park's actually like. Obviously, there's trailer parks, like, in the middle America that would probably, be places where you would expect the more, like, Breaking Bad to take place or something like that. But I think most trailer parks are actually pretty nice places. Those people care about those neighborhoods the same as a suburban place with a home would be, They probably got, what's that, housing committees and stuff of that nature. We lived in a really nice trailer park. We had a huge yard, and our trailer was 2 times more safe than the house we live in now. Yep, I can believe that.
Boy, you can understand why you'd become a communist growing up in a hood like this. Fresh fruit and vegetables, could you imagine growing up like this? Hell on earth.
And so many more. It's either clueless self-absorption or a blatant hijack of hardship they've never truly known.
What about your living situation?
I would say so, probably.
We lived in a trailer park for the first,
I just wanted to pause it here for a moment. Does that look like a nightmare to you? I did not superimpose that.
Look at that trailer park. That is like, it's got palm trees going down the middle. I bet you most people can't even afford to live in. Look, there's double wide trailers. Everybody's got a yard. Everybody's got a car. Yeah, it's tough times you were living, iDubbbz. I had no place to skate, man. It was real tough. This guy is such a wuss, dude. He's such a wuss. Such a wimp. Such a wimp. That's all I can say.
It's from the interviewer.
I don't know. I guess 7 or 8 years.
I'm sorry, I just have to interrupt one more time. He doesn't know his age or basic childhood facts.
I mean, I haven't even gotten to that part in therapy or anything, so she obviously had to take care of everything in the home, get us to where we needed to go. I mean, she really had to heavily, I think, rely on my grandparents. I don't even think my grandparents were like that into helping.
Is that iDubbbz's grandma? She was a smoke show. iDubbbz's grandma was a babe. Or is that iDubbbz's mom? iDubbbz's mom was a smoke show. She looks like the Wanda Maximoff. Doesn't she look like the Scarlet Witch? Elizabeth Olsen. That's what she looks like. She looks like Elizabeth Olsen. Look at her teeth. They're gorgeous. Those people had money. They have money. Throwback Thursday, mom and dad. But yeah, iDubbbz's mom could get it.
Maybe they were. I don't really remember. But
What's the point of therapy if you're not even getting to the basic facts of your life? You were always so generous and reliable, but I bet you hated it. It's all a blur, but I'm sure it was awful. And now the whole world gets to hear it. You can research strangers online for content cop or cart narcs, but you can't with your own family before it's too late.
You're being a lazy bone. Clean up your room.
It shows a major disconnect, yet he's ready to vilify his father and idolize his mother. Check it out.
when my dad got out of prison, that's when we were able to like move into a proper house. My mom had a lot to deal with, but it amazes me that like she was able to be a single mom with a husband that she's still like, you know, in contact with and like, you know, occasionally visiting in prison and raising two kids. It's like I get worried about getting like a second dog.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
In the very same
At least he admits it. At least he admits it's stupid. Like, iDubbbz wouldn't last 2 seconds with my dad. That's all I'm gonna say.
breath, he pulls the single mom sympathy card while casually dropping that his dad served prison time. He throws his dad under the bus while putting his mom on a pedestal, all for the world to see. His dad clearly served his sentence and came back to build a better life. Inspirational, right? Wrong, because instead of gratitude about his father providing what he calls a real house, a not so subtle insult to the many decent people who still live in trailer parks, he sits there, simmering in self-pity and resentment. Maybe his father connected with God while he was in prison, and that faith carried him through, helped strengthen his marriage, gave him direction, and lately he's been posting about religious events on Facebook. His parents never divorced. They clearly love each other, much more than many other families can say. He doesn't mention anything about his father and uncle founding a family business in 2009, despite clearly sharing the creative talent that runs in the family.
Yeah,
By the way, it's curious how the comic Ian showed in A Content Cop on Leafy closely resembles the artistic style found on his family's website. For some reason, there's only one photo of Ian helping out with his dad's business, even though the rest of the family is actively involved, and his dad constantly promotes the business on every shirt he wears. But anyway, apparently acknowledging this positive connection doesn't serve Ian's preferred self-image. A mostly blameless, relatable victim, so instead he trash talks his father. Publicly. It's possible Ian's father isn't even comfortable with him sharing personal family matters so publicly. Ian doesn't even explain the reason behind the prison sentence, which leaves things open to the worst kind of speculation.
Dude, look at that editing, dude. She's like, I know it's AI, but she's crushing it with the editing, man. She's straight crushing it. Like that looked so cool. It went from a picture to the dad looking disappointed. How long has the echo been on? Hopefully not on mine. Hopefully not on mine. Hopefully it's not echoing over here. I don't see anything there. I'll check though when I play it again and see if it echoes.
Ian claims to have recently gained empathy.
I think only in these past couple of years have I gained the ability empathy. And I'm very ashamed to admit that. It sounds really pathetic to say at the age of 32 I've acquired empathy.
No echo? Okay.
But I have.
But continues to do stuff like this. 2 years after parading his so-called empathy,
Well, nothing says middle school IQ like flipping the bird at the camera. I remember I used to do that when I was in high school. I'd flip off the camera. like I was cool. It's not cool. You're basically telling anybody who looks at the picture, you know, F you. That's not very nice. That's not nice.
He resurrected Content Cop, even though he had disowned it, just to attack a friend over trivial political differences. How twisted is that? What's next? A Content Cop on his own father? I told the whole internet what a terrible dad you are. In this next clip, he talks about his father yet again in a negative way. It involves him and his pet snake when he was younger.
So there was like a situation where it was like, okay, I'm lifting up the dresser so my dad can go in there and get the snake. My dad gets bitten while he's under there. I'm shocked, so I like dropped the dresser. Yeah. Which wasn't a great reaction, but yeah, he exploded on me and like didn't really, you know, definitely made me feel bad for reacting the way that I did. And that was like, that was a memory that I had because it was just very, it was a lot.
Oh my God, dude. This guy wouldn't last 5 seconds with my dad. I still get blown up on regularly every day for like the dumbest stuff. And he still remembers a time where in all honesty, I feel like most of us, if you were counting on your kid to hold the dresser so that you could remove a dangerous animal out of your place, and then you get bit, and then you get your hand crushed by the dresser, or worse, the dresser falls on top of you, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be a little upset. But he's like, I couldn't believe that he was upset at me for dropping the dresser on him while he was getting bit by a snake. I think we've had iDubbbz wrong this whole time. I think we've given him too much credit. I think that slowly, as people learn more about what intelligence actually is, we're like more of these older YouTubers that just happened to get on when getting on was good. They're starting to realize just how dumb they actually are.
It as though his father is the oppressor, with no room for nuance. It's an emotionally stunted view. Even when he mentions his father had just been bitten by a snake, there's no empathy, only focus on how he felt. His father's distress is reduced to its effect on him, flattening a complex moment into a one-sided narrative. Ian didn't even say how old he is, because that matters. Was he 6 or 11? It's a huge difference when it comes to responsibility. Most kids would be thrilled to have a pet. I always wanted a dog, but puppets apparently don't get those perks.
And, you know, being raised by a single mother.
He keeps saying single mom, but it's a misrepresentation of the term.
Like, I didn't really fit a lot.
A single, like, he's my single mom. Like, how hard was it for her? Bro, you had a dad. Shut up. A single mom is like the dad took off and never came back. You know, that's a single mom. Or the dad passed away or something like that. It's just like, oh, woe is me. I had such a hard time. Everybody feel bad for me. And Anthony's over here just being like, yep, yeah, man. I can't believe you had to go through all that with his freaking ridiculous looking boots.
Those norms or those ideas. Chores is a good example. Like, what does a guy do for chores versus a woman? Do you have any ideas?
Yeah, take out the trash.
Oh, because men are gross.
Because they're gross.
They love rolling around in shit.
They stink.
Facts.
It's clear he has unresolved issues with his dad and masculinity, but if he just cracked open a book about the brutal hardships pioneers faced, he wouldn't say such stupid shit.
Washburn.
He'd understand
Sweats
that
and
gender
single.
roles come from common sense, biology, survival. Instead, he gets so personal that he comes across like a delicate, fainting lady, too fragile and resentful even to take out the trash.
Mimi, sweetie, did you throw out the trash today like I asked you to?
No, Mom, I'm doing important police work. Cool guy stuff. Not take out the trash. While many people point to demonetization.
I'm sorry, I love the puppets. I'm loving the puppets. Sue me, I guess. I don't know. I like the puppets. I think the puppets are cool.
As the reason iDubbbz shifted toward more politically correct or woke content, he actually puts the blame on his own fans.
I did not like the interactions that I had with fans. There were quite a
Single
few
mom means
human beings that I
just a mom,
interacted
no
with.
dad.
In person?
Yeah, in person. That just sucked. They just sucked because I attracted a lot of people who sucked. Some people were, as I described earlier, were very much like antisocial, weird basement dwellers. And, you know, the one time a month that they come out of their cave is going to restock on supplies at Walmart.
Am I saying that I'm better than you? I guess I'm going a little further than you are. Yeah, I'm fucking better than you, okay? Much better than you. You are garbage.
Making broad assumptions.
Dude, such good clips. Such a good clip. That's exactly what he's saying too. I'm better than my followers. I'm better than the people I sucked in with my content. Yeah, I'm happy to have them. I'm happy to have their views, but the minute I meet them, I hate them. You know, it's so terrible. I'm liking the video so far, but I don't really care for that voice changer. Well, you know, nobody's perfect. I just took out the trash. Well, Maya, then you're clearly a dude, because that's dude work, I guess.
Based on such a limited and anecdotal sample isn't just unscientific, it falls short of even basic critical thinking. But instead of introspection or compassion,
Empathy.
he offers the most belittling judgment without ever substantiating his claims. What exactly is he basing his claims on? Their physical appearance? The way they were dressed? Perhaps they were just starstruck and they're trying to impress him. He's someone internet famous, successful. Okay, maybe they were socially awkward. Maybe because they didn't have all the privileges he grew up with. To his credit, the interviewer calls this out.
Stock on supplies at Walmart, and they run into me, their favorite YouTuber.
Which is kind of the lifestyle you were living at the time.
Yeah, exactly. I don't blame them.
And what would they say? What would they do?
Things that I am certainly not going to repeat. I'm talking bad words.
I'm glad that he pointed that out, because he's got to be sitting there thinking like, well, you were doing all this. You knew who you were appealing to. You knew exactly who the type of people that were watching your videos were. And now all of a sudden you're like, oh no, I can't possibly have these people liking my content. What kind of look did... And this all conveniently happens around the time that YouTube started cracking down on monetization rules. Conveniently. All of a sudden now they're huge leftists. You know, like, I don't know. It's stupid. It's silly. Silly to me. This is just, I think her arguments are great. I'm just saying.
Fringy behavior that, like, maybe I do in a video because I got a camera pointed at me.
Oh, so when you do it in front of a camera and you get paid to do it, it's okay.
Yeah. After having enough of those experiences and being like, these are the people that I'm attracting. These are the people that I'm entertaining. Like, I need to reevaluate things. They're relating and enjoying this content for a reason, and that's not maybe the same reason that I'm trying to make.
This just shows how out of touch he still is. And even that's not quite true. He later admits feeling awkward around the very people he mocked at public events.
I'm sure it was entertaining for, you know, some people, so mission accomplished on that front. But when I go to VidCon and the Fine Bros are there, it's kind of like, yeah, hey man, no hard feelings, right? It's
Washburn.
So it sounds like it wasn't genuine enlightenment. It was simply a response rooted in ego and personal discomfort. You're about to hear iDubbbz say what privileged people say, like, I couldn't fold a shirt at the Gap. It's a fake humility. What they really mean is that kind of work is fine for others, but beneath them.
I just, like, did not want a normal job. Yeah. That was, like, I think that's a lot of people's incentive. It's like, God, do I not want to, you know, I worked at the Gap.
So you know how to fold a good shirt.
No.
No?
No, they let me go. It was seasonal work.
You got fired from the Gap?
I wouldn't say it's fired. They said,
oh, let go.
Let go because we're done with the holiday season. We don't need you anymore. But if I was a good employee, they would have kept me.
I just want to point out that I do think there's a lot of people who end up becoming YouTubers because they can't hold a job. So they have all day, every day to make as many videos as they want and do whatever they want. As where someone, you know, that works a full-time job and does YouTube has a little bit harder of a route to go because they have to balance trying to make YouTube work or online content work along with keeping the responsibilities. It was easy for iDubbbz during this time to make it big. He couldn't keep a job if he wanted to. He just happened to find a job that, you know, that at the right time that got people excited to see him. This is why I think some people should not be celebrities. iDubbbz should not be a celebrity. I think he's in over his head. I think that his imposter syndrome is coming full force right back at him, and it's circular, like MP. I plead the fifth on that.
Legoland, and while I was working at Legoland, like I had that job on lock. It was cool. It was just like a standard job. I wanted just like a basic job.
Pick up order!
Do I get my award now?
No, you have to take the tray to the customer.
There is so much hypocrisy in that one interview alone. We could spend all day dissecting it, but let's move on. First, let's address the elephant in the room. I mean the Yoko Ono in the room. I mean the anus in the room. No, I mean Anissa. A lot of people believe Anissa, his girlfriend, now his wife, ruined him.
I've had so many comments of people going like, I know Ian, and I know that he can't be happy in this relationship, and you've forced him to do things against his will.
It sucks to...
Why would she ever go with that haircut, man? I don't get it. I don't get the buzz cut. She looks so great with long hair. Why would she do that to herself?
Admit that in this case, everything people seem to have thought and said about her is apparently true. She is a succubus, and she's gotten everything she can get out of Ian.
That's poisonous. That relationship is poisonous. She's like his entertainment handler. Like she's his fucking career manager now or something.
Valak.
She's got to go, man. She's gonna ruin his life. I guarantee it. Mark my words. Mark my words. That woman is gonna ruin his life.
Sam Hyde called it, man. Sam Hyde was on point with his premonition. He was right. Yoko Ono.
His life. Ruin his life.
Ethan Klein outed him for being a virgin before Anissa.
Cameron? Blink if you understand me.
Cameron has never been in love. At least nobody's ever been in love with him. If things don't change for him, he's gonna marry the first girl he lays. And she's gonna treat him like
Washburn.
Because she will have given him what he has built up in his mind as the end-all be-all of human existence.
You've already...
Dude, that is such a perfect analogy for this situation right now. And that just shows me that the puppet girl has to be like around my age, because there's no way you're quoting Ferris Bueller's Day Off unless you're a millennial.
For being like the first person that Ian's ever been with, right?
Yes.
So in my opinion, what happened was she even told us, she used to always tell her mom, I'm going to be with a millionaire. And so we think that once she
used
kind
to
of got
tell her mom that she would be with a millionaire. How do you know
Her mom
that?
told her that it had to be someone rich.
How did you know that?
Well, she told us.
would tell us that.
It was, I remember exactly. It was her mom only had two expectations for her to marry someone that was rich and also to be of her religion, right? And so she said that and Anissa goes, well, I mean, I didn't get someone that was of my religion, but at least I got one part of it right. He's rich. And then she like laughed about it, and then he was in the car, and you could tell he was bothered by it.
I was bothered.
Who wouldn't be bothered by that?
Bismillah,
Look at the way she looks at Hassan. She's looking right past Ian, right at Hassan, and look at the face. I've never seen someone this giddy in my life. She is in love. She would drop Ian in a second for Hassan. I'm telling you right now. She is like infatuated with this guy. She loves this man right here. She loves him. And it's just, this is such a perfect representation. Hassan probably actually feels like uncomfortable about the amount of attention he's getting from Anissa with iDubbbz sitting right there. This body language is all you need to know. Shoulders shrugged over. He knows that she's obsessed with him. He knows she's obsessed with her. iDubbbz knows she's obsessed with him. But iDubbbz doesn't feel like he could ever do it better. So, he's just going to let it happen. Because he knows that Hassan ain't going to end up stealing her. He don't want none of that. Maybe for like one night he might, but... That is that is the face of lust right here. The face of lust, if I've ever seen it. Can't believe I just did that. I gotta go find where I was. Here we go. I got it.
Parroting foreign prayers like a trained monkey, while she checks every box on the infidel checklist.
What? I said, do you know what Ian
He
would
doesn't
make?
look like an Ian.
What do you mean? Like what he would be good at?
This is weird, because that looks exactly like iDubbbz right here. And the first time I saw this, I thought this was iDubbbz.
What? You know, there's like... I'm curious to know. You know, like in Aladdin, you know, Apu, the like little monkey dude who dances on the street for money. You think? Okay, so you've gone from Chris, your girlfriend would make a great porn star. You know what my boyfriend would make? A great monkey that dances on the side of the road in third world countries.
She won't respect him.
What's up, James?
Because you can't respect somebody who kisses your ass. Just doesn't work.
All the signs of kissing her ass are there, like refusing to take his last name because it wasn't.
What are we talking about, Jillian? We're talking about iDubbbz, Anissa, and this girl with a small YouTube channel named Mostly Peaceful Puppets did a content cop on them. So we're kind of talking about the fallout regarding them and how their hypocrisy is finally caught up with them. Welcome to the stream, by the way, Jillian.
For her. She didn't like it. Even though he's lived with that name all of his life, his family still carry the name. It's part of his identity, his history, like it or not. Not only refusing, but forcing him to take her last name. I don't mean really forcing. Obviously, he agreed to it, but it just shows you the lack of boundaries.
Not that it matters, but the only reason why we chose my name over his last name is because his last name is like just objectively ugly. It's just like an ugly last name. Like
True,
Washburn
Summer,
sounds horrendous. Like Anissa Washburn definitely stormed the Capitol. That's how that went.
A Washburn stormed the Capitol. Does she hear what she's saying? Like Joma sounds like something that would be growing on your back. I don't know how to tell you about this, but you got a Joma on your back. We're gonna have to cut that thing off. It's benign though, so that's good. And iDubbbz has accepted her constantly degrading him. Yeah, I think he almost likes it. It's almost like it's like maybe like a kink for him or something.
I feel like, I don't know. That's like, to me, Anissa Washburn sounds bad.
Washburn is an interesting name with roots in Old English, meaning stream. Or
Yeah, can you imagine being your in-laws and hearing that? Yeah, your son's not taking my name because, to be honest, I hate your last name. And that's why we're not. I wouldn't be shocked if that's half the reason that. I wouldn't be shocked if like Ian's parents aren't a fan of her, and that's why she doesn't want to take the Washburn name. I'm sorry, but I would not be with someone who made me take her last name or said something about my last name like that. Why would you want to be with someone like that? It's an insult to your whole family tree.
Wash. There's also Washburn University in Kansas and a well-known guitar brand. There's even a special place in Yellowstone's legendary wilderness called Mount Washburn.
Here we are. Mount Washburn. Sharon made it.
What's up, Debbie?
Mount Washburn, 10,219
Lord
feet.
have mercy, drama and changing tradition. That's right. She gives us.
It's also easy to say and spell, making it a straightforward and memorable last name. Unlike Jamha, which can be difficult to spell and may have religious significance due to its resemblance to the Arabic Muslim word for Friday, the sacred day of congregational prayer in Islam. Anissa is essentially its complete opposite. She is openly non-religious, has extensively tattooed her body, and has sold her body online for.
Yeah, to be honest, that is like the complete opposite of like Muslimism, what she does. Also, this is peak Anissa right here. This is her very best. I know some of you ladies hate her, but I mean she was an attractive woman.
narcissistic reason, not financial need. Similarly, when she refused to take Ian's last name Washburn, it wasn't about progress or rebelling against tradition, it was about herself again. Just like before, it came down to control, image, and what she wanted. It wasn't like Olivia Cockburn changing her name. She changed her last name from Cockburn to Wilde after a fellow adulterer, you know, Oscar Wilde, the famous writer, the flamboyant, overweight libertine with a taste for underage boys, both shared a talent for denying their affairs. Even Cockburn is an okay name if you can own it, but yeah, it's more understandable why you'd want to change that.
I can see why you wouldn't want your name to be Cockburn. That joke writes itself, you know. She only claims things when they are convenient for. Yeah, exactly. I'm Irish, so I know a thing or two about being persecuted.
But maybe she wasn't being a narcissist, only thinking of herself. Maybe it wasn't that she was trying to control him, or it wasn't so superficial as the sound of the last name. Maybe it was something deeper and personal, like the word.
Look how much she loves herself. Like, you just saw her with that little image she just did right there. She loves herself. She is a big fan of herself.
Washburn sounds like wash your bum, Ian, because he has a problem with washing, apparently. In this video, she talks about it.
I just want to ask you if you've always been shitting your pants.
No.
Because since I've known you, you've always had, like, IBS. You've always been shitting yourself.
Yeah, well.
She also complains about Ian's mouth hygiene.
But, so, I asked him, because to me, like, honestly, if I were to, like, rate Ian honestly, I would say, like, 9.5. Like, literally, the only thing that would make him, like...
She's so full of it. She does not think he's a 9.5. She thinks Hassan's a 9.5. Or maybe Hassan's the only person who has a 10.
You know, 0.5 hotter is if, like, his breath didn't stink all the time.
So let's be fair. Maybe if Anissa hadn't...
He never cleans his room. I refuse to enter it because he won't let me clean it. Ramonda. Anissa, oh my God, let me tell you something. Anissa, he says it's the least that he can do. His room at his parents smells like trash, dude. Yes, Amanda. Garbage look. Gross. Oh my God. Anissa, yeah, super gross. This is her talking about the love of her life. I mean, I guess I can imagine that she's not the first girlfriend that's ever complained about her, what's up, Kangaloo? Evening just came here from Clout Route. Well, I have no idea what Clout Route is, but I hope you had a good time there. We're talking about, I'm showing these guys a content cop I found from this cool little channel called Mostly Peaceful Puppets. And she's crushing it. Crushing it.
Him down and sunk her claws in, he would have spiraled into something way worse, strung out on pills, addicted to gambling, or blowing his savings on some kind of sex worker. Then again, he paid for where they lived, including the most recent $1 million Seattle house in an expensive neighborhood for a very small house, and a backyard that could barely accommodate a picnic table.
Anissa was so desperate to move to Seattle as quickly as possible and get Ian out of San Diego, away from his friends, away from his family and his support network.
Yeah, she's isolating him.
She decided that they needed to offer well above asking, and they closed on the home.
You're right with her,
at a price point of $1,050,000.
Although
he likely got caught up in a bidding war and due to lack of self-control and sound judgment ended up overpaying. Now he's in a position where he has to sell the property for less than he bought it for, despite the fact that real estate values usually increase over time. Since no one wants to overpay like he did, he's already lowered the price by $25,000. While their empty Seattle house sits on the market gathering dust, they're crashing in the basement of an...
Oh, so you know it, Kangaloo? Yeah, she's awesome. She's really done a great job.
He's his mom's house in Canada.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, we're right now in Edmonton.
We're in Edmonton. Whoa, yeah, we're in somebody's basement.
It's just this horrible, dingy, dank basement dungeon. They're trying to pretend it's somebody else's basement other than Anissa's mom. It doesn't make any sense. Like, what? Whose basement are you squatting in?
It's clear. Well, they're in Edmonton, right?
If the $1 million house they lived for a mere 2 years or so wasn't enough, he also paid for her breast implants. Another impulsive decision, something she really wanted, only for her to get bored and remove them shortly thereafter. Unlike her schizophrenic mix of haircuts, dye jobs, and piercings, expensive surgeries and tattoo removals aren't things you can easily undo. I mean, even if you...
Hey, yeah, remember those big expensive bosoms you bought me? Yeah, I think I'm gonna take them out. I'm not digging them anymore. So say goodbye. Hope you enjoyed them while you had them.
On removal, your skin would never be 100% the same. That's one of the few okay things about Islam. Maybe show some respect for the body you were given, rather than treating it like a canvas for graffiti. Then again, that's more common sense than religion. Also, those tattoos are really expensive. They spend so much money on that, instead of putting that money towards something more substantial or beneficial for their future. Some people think Anissa's $18,000 back tattoo.
I don't think there's a problem with tattoos, but I will admit that the just the randomness of her tattoos are what make it look stupid. You know, like her and Ethan just seem like, as Ethan Klein said, I feel like they just were like, I'll have all of page 7 and I'll have all of page 9, you know, wherever you could find room for it. And I think that's what they did. You know, there's no method to their madness. Good tattoos like flow into each other, you know? They all kind of move together nicely. Hers are just sporadic, and so is his. Why would you ever want them gone? That's one thing I will never return. Yeah, I don't know, Daniel's crew. I couldn't imagine returning them either.
$18,000? $18,000 is the reason iDubbbz didn't attend his longtime friend and collaborator Max Mofo's wedding. iDubbbz never gave an explanation for why he skipped it. Meanwhile, Joji even arranged his tour just to make sure he could be there, which made Ian's absence feel even more out of place.
Yeah, I talked to Max about the wedding situation. When he was first sending out invites, I was like really uncertain of how that was going to work out because I had some kind of important plans here in the States, so...
Even grilled puppets revel in a wedding, the unity, the rekindling, enjoying, and deepening the bonds of brotherhood, trust, shared experience. Even if it wasn't the back tattoo, there's something very strange about missing the wedding. Another instance of Anissa's controlling behavior was her reaction to a lighthearted joke made...
I don't agree with Anissa's, personality. I just think she's good looking. That's about where my affection for her begins and ends. I think she's a babe, and... You know, that's about it. I'm fine with the boobs the Lord blessed me with. Damn right. All men prefer natural too, by the way. I don't know if you guys know that, but men. The reason why Sydney Sweeney is as popular as she is because she's all natural.
Donut operator, which led to a breakdown in his friendship with Ian, an action consistent with narcissistic personality patterns, where even minor perceived slights can trigger efforts to isolate a partner from external relationships.
So like he went to a range day with me one time, like we used to talk a lot about content creation and stuff. And COVID rolls around, I get bored at home, so I make plans where I'm showing my meat.
Really?
And so, well, basically, I'm taking a steak and I'm rating a steak. And like,
see, that's the reaction that you're supposed to have. Genius.
I thought it was funny. So I'd be wearing like just an apron. Of course, I'm wearing like boxers underneath. I'm
gonna start an OF where I show my meat, and then we're gonna cook some steaks.
I'd be like, this is my, and this is an A5 Wagyu from down the street, and I would talk about it. And I sent it to Ian, and he got mad and called me and like said I was making fun of Anissa, and like I wasn't. I just thought it was a funny bit because I was sitting at home during COVID. And
you'll never understand what it's like to be an ally.
Yeah, it was he like said stuff like that, and yeah. Just like haven't talked to him since. That was like 5 years ago.
Over that?
Yeah, and I've like texted him and tried to reconnect with him. He just won't talk to me anymore.
Isolation is a key element of all toxic relationships. It makes gaslighting more potent if there are no dissenting voices to the narcissistic gaslighters.
It would be kind of hilarious to see them on Caleb Hammer's financial audit. His questions often prompted them to take a hard...
although Caleb Hammer, pretty sure that a couple of the people he's had on his financial audit were actors, so I don't know how true you can take his show. Debbie says, people need to love themselves and be happy with it. Yep. Amen to that.
Look at themselves.
If she's your co-business head in this, why doesn't she know?
Because she's willing to sit down and look at everything.
Lingerie at the beginning, and I made crazy money off of like lingerie.
Women have made millions off the OF. Listen, you're cute.
Thank you.
The people you'd be competing against.
You're hot.
Her.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, thanks for that backhanded compliment.
You're cute. You're
so cute, but you're not that hot.
I did not say so cute. Let's not put words in my mouth.
Sorry. You are cute, but you're not that hot.
What? You're a 6.5. I'm a 5.
It might actually slap some sense into them to get their finances on track.
Caleb just spoke about that. I'll have to take a look at that. About the actors, I'm guessing.
When they were still on good terms, even the clients talked to them about being responsible about money.
Real estate, how to make money.
I don't care about investing all this shit. I just want to know how you're doing. Is that crazy? I want to know if you said you're not making money. What the fuck?
I'm with you.
That's like a huge part of everyone's lives.
Yes.
Well, you need to make money to survive, and you're not the only one that's talked to us about it.
Well, yeah.
We just know that we're very aware that we're fine, and we can do this for a few years without taking any sort of salary.
So why would you do that? I want you guys to take care of yourselves.
Yeah. Well, we are taken care of.
I'm sure Caleb Hammer would be like, you're spending way too much money on subscriptions. That's probably all he'd have to say about me. In the early days before they had a casting director. Ooh.
I can handle things. I'm smart. Not like everybody says. Like dumb. I'm smart, and I want the stakes.
We're smart. We're adults.
Yeah, but why are you going to dig into your whatever? Okay. See, y'all forgot my head.
Because our savings are stuffed. Our savings are well stuffed. So-
That came right on the heels of Creator Clash 2's colossal failure. Ian is still sitting
Just the fact having Moist Critical as a host should be enough to get a lot of people to do this. Freaking Moist Critical. He looks so out of place in this.
thanks to the Content Cop era, and he racked up all the virtue points by branding it a charity event, but in the end it raised absolutely nothing.
Nothing! You lose! Good day, sir!
You're a crook. You're a cheat and a swindler.
Even Ian's coach, the one who personally trained him, eventually spoke out, claiming he was mistreated too by Ian simply because he reminded Ian of his father.
In the first 2 rounds, I was talking to him very softly. I was like, Ian, are you okay? Can you throw punches? If you can't throw punches, I'm going to scrap this sparring. They said, we need to have a meeting. So I have to go to Denny's. And they pretty much then talked about how they were going to have to fire me because I reminded Ian of his father when his father would yell at him as a kid. And so I had to relearn how to talk to him.
He also talks about...
Dude, oh my god, dude. Beta male. The beta. See, this is why I think I'll be famous on the internet. If he can do it, I can. Because I'm an alpha chat. But yeah, no, I don't understand. People with these terrible takes, people who think that these are good ideas, somehow manage to find fame on the internet. I don't know if it's, maybe the internet, maybe we're thinking about it wrong. Maybe it's backwards. Maybe the dumber you are, the better luck you have. Maybe I should just completely abandon all logic that I know and just start saying things that are opposite of what I actually believe and see if I take off from there. Because that's what makes sense to me on how these people have done this. Also, this was sponsored by Fansly. It's sponsored by Fansly, which is OnlyFans' competitor. But Anissa's not on Fansly, she's on OnlyFans.
Spending and unwise decisions that played a role in the event's failure. Stupid things like paying for wealthy celebrities to attend the event while claiming it was too expensive to fly in Ian's own father. It wasn't just hypocritical, it was yet another red flag about his deep-rooted issues with his father.
They did that full hotel for 300 creators. They flew a lot of people in. One of the people they flew in was Fraudy Tonic, and they flew him in from France.
That's insane.
Yeah, they flew in a lot of people. They rented out the whole hotel for 300 creators. And when we asked them if Ian's dad was going to be there, because he was there for the first event, they said they couldn't afford to fly Ian's dad in. It was too expensive.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty sad.
Ian often talks about therapy with Anissa, but he might benefit from individual therapy to address unresolved issues with his father. Many personal and even global conflicts stem from family struggles, so I truly hope he takes time to reflect, heal, and work toward resolution, for the sake of his own well-being and for the people around him, including his wife, someone he's meant to keep on a short leash, apparently. In her own words, she's about to say this. Yet he seems to relish letting her loose, watching with twisted satisfaction as she lashes out like a rabid guard dog, defending him against threats that exist only in her own mind.
Ian keeps me on a leash. Okay?
Okay.
Well, he should. He really should.
And I'm okay with
that. She's okay with that because she needs to be. Because when she gets off the leash, it's fucking embarrassing.
I need to be on a leash.
Is it time to play Freak on a leash? Is it time, Andy?
Be on a leash. A tight leash, to be honest. Because I am unhinged that are looking at this right now. I know that you would fucking cry if I said something to you in real life. I know you.
I would probably laugh if she said something to me in real life. I think that she thinks she's a lot tougher than she actually is. I think that she has to convince. I think this is all like a thing that she convinces herself. She gaslights herself into thinking that this is the reality. That if she were to like confront these people, they would cry because that's that's what she has to tell herself to make herself feel better. Blue Jay, this is a complete tinfoil hat theory, but what if the reason why the dad wasn't brought to the event was because Anissa had a fight with him or something? Yeah. I think that they all dislike each other. That's why she wouldn't take their last name. I mentioned something similar to that earlier, Blue Jay. What's up, Kim? I mentioned something about that earlier, that I think that the reason she doesn't take Ian's last name is because she doesn't like that family. They probably had a falling out at some point. She probably like, they don't treat you right, Ian. I treat you right. They don't understand you the way that I understand you. She does need a hug. I do think Anissa needs just a nice hug where she can just cry and just let it all out.
Cry. How do I know? Because I've done it to one of you fuckers in real life, and you have cried.
Yeah, well, you were always the kind of person who was looking for something to put you, grab you with your teeth and just kind of like, like your dog.
Ian, my boyfriend.
She got the Casey. What's that? Oh my God! Why can I not remember the Florida girls? Casey Anthony. She got the Casey Anthony cut right there. The Casey Anthony cut. Maybe it's best that they don't have kids. Speculation.
Well, I only think I met him once.
You met him. What did you think of him, though? What do you do for a living?
Lawyer.
Yeah, he owns his own law firm. What did you think I was going to be when I grew up?
Rich.
She doesn't deserve a hug.
You know what I mean?
I feel like also like there was just a lot of things that Ian had never experienced or understood. Like he had never met a Muslim before, and then he ended up marrying one. But like that was something that really changed.
Yes, Alec, thank you.
Alhamdulillah.
Dude, look, they won't even look at each other. They won't even look at each other for too long because they're falling in love right in front of Ian. Hassan has 100% smashed. I'm saying right now, they've smashed, and Ian watched from the chair that he's in right now.
That's
Bismillah,
yeah, mashallah, mashallah.
I taught him the Fatiha. But that there's a video of him chopping a Quran in half. And when my dad was still mentally sane, I was terrified that he was going to...
Do you think that she made Ian sit in the middle because she was too afraid she was going to jump on Hassan while this interview was happening, and she needed to have like something blocking her from doing that?
Video of Ian, he's like...
God, I did not know that.
Yeah, he chops a Quran in half with a cleaver. And I was like, oh my God, if my dad ever fucking sees that.
It was less intentional. It was more just random unboxing, and I'm just... That's weird that it was sent from an electronics place, and it's the full-blown Quran.
All right, I don't know if I can even show this part just because we're on TikTok, so I don't want to get in trouble on my first time streaming.
Literally murder you publicly. But
yeah, Kafir Americans, you know, it is what it is.
The word, it is insulting, it is offensive. They are doing it in order to insult non-Muslims and mocking non-Muslims on almost every single social media platform out there with the word. You are trying to get people to join your little club so you can hate on non-Muslims and then exclude them because...
Anissa has talked so much trashy online,
sure.
but the one thing she's terrified of is her boyfriend, daring to destroy his own property, the Quran. That's right, the religion of peace, love, understanding, and let's not forget the world's most refined sense of humor. I bet the Charlie Hebdo newspaper offices really felt that love when they were actually stormed. When 11 people were murdered, including 5 of the magazine's cartoonists. Cartoonists!
The attackers' shouts could be heard as they escaped.
I'm the one I think has gotten... I'm more extreme than Ian, where I'm like pretty anti-capitalist.
That's pretty scary that those guys can be in a Western country and be taken out just like that for expressing what is considered in our area of the world as freedom of speech.
I hate landlords. I hate the system that we're in. Like, I think the reason why I really like the charity boxing event is because at least we can like find ways to give money to people who actually need it rather than...
Liar! That's Aiden Christensen from Revenge of the Sith.
Anissa's trying hard to win over Hassan Piker, a man who talks like a revolutionary but lives like a king. He pulls in millions preaching anti-capitalism, yet lives in luxury, the textbook definition of a champagne socialist.
That's
and
why they get along
Anissa,
so
no
well.
different. She flaunts a Muslim identity like it's a fashion statement, but let's be honest, she's not Muslim.
Telling my dad that I'm not Muslim was probably the hardest thing that I've ever done in my whole entire life. At 6.
Well, that seems like a pretty easy thing. You've had a pretty easy life then, if that's the the hardest thing you've ever had to do. The hardest thing I ever had to do was kick heroin addiction and watch my friends die all around me while I was trying to kick it. Yeah. So if telling your dad that you're not Muslim is the hardest thing you ever had to do, you had a pretty nice life, Anissa.
I sat my dad down and I had a talk with him, basically telling him that I no longer wanted to be a part of Islam. I didn't want to be Muslim anymore, and I just wanted to be agnostic or spiritual. I don't really know what the word is. It's limitations on friend choice, clothing choice, behavioral choice, food choice. You can't eat pork, you can't. And wanted us to pray when we were readily available. We were raised very Muslim, and I really wasn't exposed to the Irish side of my family because my father wanted to raise us.
I'm actually like 50% Irish. I pee on myself in the shower. No, I've been peed on. 25% Italian and only 8 Arab. So she's 50% Irish, 25% Italian, and only 8 Arab. Her skin is whiter than mine, all right? That's all I'm going to say. She got porcelain skin.
In the Arab culture and in the Muslim faith.
On one hand, you can really sympathize with the fact that she was alienated from her own past by her own mother, but knowing how aggressively she acts and how calculated her public presence can be, maybe your compassion should feel misplaced. Are you kidding me? This privileged bitch went to Ireland when she was 15 or younger? She's playing both sides of the fence. You can't trust her for anything.
Here comes the aeroplane.
Check that out, more braces. Everyone's got braces. It's like she is such an attention seeker, she'll try every angle. There's her mom looking bitter as you would expect. Maybe she was wild in her youth, rebellious, lost, struggling with a troubled identity, and difficult parents. Then when Muhammad came into her life, he gave her the structure she needed. He put her on a leash. Apparently that leash wasn't short enough because she started to live vicariously through her own unstable daughter. She got...
I want to know where she found these videos at. These are some, I mean, this is stuff I've never seen in another documentary that this puppet girl found.
Really involved with her daughter's online presence in a very undignified way. Maybe Muhammad was too busy being a lawyer, earning the nice life that they lived, instead of keeping a closer watch on his bored housewife and wayward daughter.
Oh, shoot. Anissa's mom was literally on Twitter in a Twitter thread, openly saying, like, discussing me being kicked out of the event. I was like, I'm about to get kicked out of the event. Like, I knew at that point, like, I was going to get kicked out of the event if Anissa's mom was talking about it. And she said I was an imp, and I was just like, it was just something stupid. I was just like, rather be an imp than a pimp.
Like mother, like daughter, this is the type of selfish, emotional instability that led to the crash and burn.
The table slaps always get me. She's yeah, and as I said before, she has this happened to just be one that I came across first, but she has a lot of other good videos on her channel as well that I would highly suggest going to check her out. Mostly Peaceful Puppets is the name of her channel. I'm gonna tag it in the description. I had the same amount of sympathy for her than iDubbbz has for anyone. Yep, probably. No empathy.
Creator Clash 3. It was branded as a charity, but at its core, it was all about Anissa. If they genuinely cared about helping people, they just donate the money quietly. She's a giant hypocrite. She and Ian are like two peas in a pod.
The thing is that he's doing like YouTube boxing now, and I planted this seed in his head. Oh, sorry.
Ian denies that claim, but it's pretty obvious that he did plant that seed deep inside of him, bent over. Alright, that was a little unnecessary and gross. The fact remains, both Ian and Anissa let their personal grudges and unchecked emotion drive choices, like banning Sam Hyde and others, a counterproductive move that accomplished little beyond creating division and...
To clarify, I bought 5 front row tickets and found out a few hours before the event that I was banned, so... out about 11.5K. Also, security was walking around with pictures of my face and bothering some people about wearing my shirts, and the cameramen were told to avoid entire sections and the crowd rocking my shiz. Could you imagine how much different all of this could have been if Sam just was allowed to come to Creator Clash? Can you imagine? Maybe none of this would have happened in the first place.
Tone of the entire event. Creator Clash 3 was supposed to be a redemption arc, but it never even got off the ground. They clearly learned nothing from the last disaster. Instead of promoting and focusing on the event, Ian and Anissa allowed their manic impulses and narcissistic emotions to take control. They fired up Content Cop just to attack former friend Ethan Klein, dragging the whole Israel-Palestine conflict into the mix, tainting everything with needless political drama.
Clean up your room.
One of the exasperated fighters who bled, sweat, and worked harder than both Anissa and Ian combined finally talked about the negative effect that Anissa and Ian's selfish actions had on him too. This guy has not had the success that Ian has had. Can't just bounce back from
Blue Jay posted her channel in the chat. Go check it out, guys.
Something like this easily. unsurprisingly, is yet another example of Anissa as the emotionally controlling dominant force. Ian probably just checks out completely, or he's hiding behind Anissa in the darkness.
Hey, take it easy. A boo's not gonna bite. It sucks. I put my heart into this. I got freaking beat hard this year, harder than I ever had.
When I said we're all kind of confused by this, I was sharing the sentiment of a few fighters that were genuinely confused as to why Ian and Anissa made this video.
Then, the next day, Anissa texts me a screen grab of my donation, and she says, "Is this real?" Anissa took that as I was supporting her enemy that she has chosen, by the way. Ethan and Atria are not my enemy. So then she
must have done tons of research. Yeah, I think that she really crossed her T's and dotted her I's on this one. I think, and like I said, I think this is a much better content cop than what Cameron did. Cameron just restated all the stuff that everybody already knew and just gave his own opinion. But, you know, the Puppet Girl's bringing out stuff that we haven't seen yet, which has got to be really hard to do at this point, because, you know, everybody's covered this, like, every aspect of this, and she still found a way to find a way to make this something that I haven't heard before yet or seen videos of yet. Like, I didn't know Ian grew up in the trailer park, or I didn't know, I never seen pictures of his dad, or didn't know that Anissa's mom was, like, Irish. I mean, like, actually from Ireland. So a lot of really good stuff here. Lots of really good stuff.
Lisa makes me feel guilty and bad.
I know that you would fucking cry if I said something to you in real life. No, I know you would cry.
And she's like, "Oh, I can't believe you would do that." I'm 44 freaking years old. This is childhood, high school garbage. Talking about this camping trip. The trip was set up by my coach as something he wanted to do in his life. He likes camping. And he thought, hey, you and Ren from Corridor and I trained together. Ian's like, hey, I want to come. Ian came down from Seattle. So Ian and I are walking around getting firewood. And he's like, yeah, Ethan said a bunch of stuff about me and Anissa, and I need to respond to him, so I'm going to make a content cop.
This is who Ian really is. This is actually who he's always been. A conniving, backstabbing, resentful, mean girl.
And female bullying can be unbelievably vicious, and usually that takes the shape of reputation destruction, innuendo, and gossip.
True.
It's well documented.
Do you remember our first interaction?
No.
You don't?
No. I have very bad memory.
Yeah, she does
though.
deserve
Is it
more
bad?
subs, I agree.
What do you think?
Did I snub you or slight you or something?
What
did I do?
Your memory's that bad?
Yes.
You don't remember?
I do not remember.
Okay.
Ian is so consumed by resentment and grudges that he obsesses over.
Well, make sure if you guys go over and comment on her video, just tell her that you found her through me, all right? Maybe we can get her on and talk to her.
Unable to let them go even after 6 or 7 years. It upsets him so much that Sam, who triggered all of this emotion, barely remembers the incident. It's the kind of thing that you see with narcissism, where every slight feels like a personal attack, and they just can't let it go because it bruises their ego too much. It's like that story with the snake and his father. He remembers the pain that he felt, and he doesn't put it into proper context.
Do you remember...
What was it?
Do you remember making a Kickstarter TV?
Yes.
Of, well, no, it wasn't Kickstarter TV. You remember making a pony game?
Yes.
Okay. There were some creators at the time who made videos about this fake pony project.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Were you one of them?
I was one of them.
What did I do?
Do you have any guesses?
Did I say fuck you or something?
No, you copyright claimed the video.
Really?
Yes. And then you sent me an email.
That might not have been me. Oh,
you don't
okay.
think so?
I sent you an email.
It kind of seems like something that you would do.
I mean, I don't do most copyright claims. What was the email?
The email was, I will release the copyright claim on your video if you can send me a video of yourself squatting 200 pounds below parallel.
What?
It's oh, it's still funny though. It's still pretty funny. Why don't you just do it? Just do it.
Why didn't you do that? You'd be so much stronger now if you'd done that.
Yeah.
Damn. Did I create an enemy with that?
I mean, for a period.
Damn.
I didn't like you.
I'm sorry.
You were an asshole.
I'm sorry, buddy. That's no good.
Yeah. Why'd you do that to me?
I don't know. I can't even remember what your video was. So maybe I was pissed off or something. I don't know. I was trying.
A copyright claim too. Not even a copyright strike. He copyright claimed the video. He didn't copyright strike the video. And Ian was this upset about it, which shows you that it's probably money that is the root of all evil here for him.
Not have that ruse get blown though.
Right.
So maybe that had something to do with it.
It probably did.
I'm sorry. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's what led to this day today.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So are you gonna punk me?
You're getting punked.
Really? How are you gonna punk me?
I'm gonna make you look like an asshole.
Really?
Which isn't hard to do.
Of reputation destruction, innuendo.
He was being serious there. He was being really serious there. Ian did not like Sam at all. And I'm pretty sure Sam liked Ian up until this point.
It seems that statement was defensive yet strangely honest. And then it's like he realizes that admitting it backfired. It makes him look like a slime ball, especially since Sam, at least on the surface, seems genuinely open to understanding and resolving their issues.
Is that really the case?
No.
Okay.
It's meant to be, well,
Sam, is your celebrity
part of me
crush?
feels like you might be being disingenuous by saying you don't remember.
Well, then I don't want to hear crap about me thinking Eunice is hot if you're into Sam. Sam's cool dude, though. I wouldn't bang him, no.
I legit don't remember. 100% serious.
Really?
Yeah.
You just like, is it because you're, doing so much that you just sort of forget all the bridges you burn and all the like people you fuck with?
Did I burn a bridge with that?
I could have been, but I'm a resilient person, so I turned that
I'm
hate
resilient
into a passion for filmmaking.
And I'm brilliant.
Which is why I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you like still angry with me?
No, definitely not.
Okay. You dislike me still?
Ian openly admits his hatred, simmering for years. He thrives on it, using that rage as fuel, still plotting to this day. Yet he's caught off guard because someone like Sam is willing to confront emotions head on and hash things out right then and there. It feels more like a therapy session Ian desperately needs to have with his own father instead. Who cares if a snake bit you? Why did you get upset when I dropped the dresser? Ian is dripping with the exact same toxic energy he unleashed in Content Cop. He's just traded his funny, sadistic, blunt candor for hypocrisy. No goody two-shoes here, no reborn, dramatic metamorphosis, just a nerdy, beta, pathetic mess, stuck in some twisted middle ground. But neither of them know how to behave, really. They're a codependent disaster with zero self-control.
Puts the thing out, and he screws every single...
Oh, that is probably the best line describing them I've ever heard. They're a codependent disaster with lack of self-control. I think that's what she said, but it was just, I don't know, perfect explanation.
He screws Real Good Touring, all the business professionals who are making this event with him. He screws me. He screws every other boxer. Everyone was screwed from Ian's dumb video because he couldn't wait 2 months.
On the bright side, they don't have children, so they're not messing up their kids. They're just messing up each other's lives and anyone who does business with them, basically. And thank goodness for that, because if someone can't even realize that taking explicit photos in their own home with identifiable backgrounds puts them at serious risk of being doxxed and worse, how can they be trusted to understand the importance of protecting their own children? Your home should be a private, sacred space, your sanctuary, your castle.
I don't think we're having kids. Do you think we're having kids?
If life gets
That is 100% her choice right there. I think he wants to have kids, and I don't think she does. I guarantee if these two had kids, their whole outlook on everything they believe would change. Full stop. Because most people who have kids understand a lot of the concerns that conservatives end up having, It's not until you have kids that you realize why it's important to have a gun in your home, or why it's important to, that laws are abided by and that you keep dangerous people off the streets. Because God forbid they ever hurt my children, Let's hope, I mean, it's at the end of the day, I think everybody should have a kid. I think it's a beautiful part of life, and it's probably one of the greatest gifts that God's ever given me is having a child. But at the same time, I guess some people probably shouldn't have kids, but I do think that it would be good for them to have that responsibility. It's not like having a dog. It's way different. The dog doesn't care if you yell at it one day. Kids do. Kids get upset about it, as Ian knows. But I'm gonna stop the video here. Okay, there's another 5 minutes. I'm gonna suggest that you guys go check out Mostly Peaceful Puppets. She's got a lot of cool stuff on her channel. I'm gonna show you guys a couple other, just give you a quick look at her. She did a great video on Bill Burr about 6 months ago. She posted the video 9 days ago about Anissa and iDubbbz. She did a good video on Cobra, Joe Rogan stuff. She got all kinds of stuff in here that is interesting. So, go check her out. Go check her out. A lot of people shouldn't be parents. Yeah, I totally agree. Now, with that said, I guess I feel like this was a pretty good stream. This is the first time I went live on TikTok, like with my official official setup. I've gone live on TikTok before with my racing stuff, but I've never gone live like with an actual stream on my TikTok. So I think that as time goes on, we might be able to pick up a couple more people on TikTok. So for if you were watching TikTok today, thank you. The TikTok stream is first time I've done it with an official stream. I'm happy that I can do it through Restream now. That makes my life so much easier. I stream often, and it's gonna be a lot more. Sometimes I'll be racing video games. Other times I'll be sitting here and we'll be talking about stuff. So, can we raid K-Huck? Yes, we can raid K-Huck. That's fine. We'll raid K-Huck. But what did you think, Blue Jay? I gotta get your opinion on this now, because when I was watching this, I was like, Blue Jay is gonna like this channel. I was like, this is right up Blue Jay's alley. Daniel's Crew for 5 says, everyone have a blessed night. I'm dipping out. Thank you so much, Daniel's Crew. I really appreciate you so much. Some MVP, Daniel's Crew. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to see if I can remember how to raid people. It's been a while since I've raided anybody. But I think I can do it. I think I can figure it out. What I want to know is, when's K-Huck going to raid me? When's she going to raid my channel? When's it going to be about AG? It's always about everybody else. Well, when's it going to be about me? That's what I want to know. That's the world I want to live in. I want to understand. I want to grow and have people raid my channel. Why can't it be that way all the time for me? By the way, if you guys have noticed, I haven't been putting monetization on my videos, on my streams. I'm trying to make it a more enjoyable experience for you guys, but and you can thank Daniel's Crew for that. She's a big reason why I haven't monetized these, because she's so helpful. So make sure you guys always thank Daniel's Crew for all her support that she shows the channel, because she's the reason I've been able to take some of the ads off of the lives. But I'm going to be sending you guys over to K-Huck. I don't know what she's talking about today, but she looks like Vincent Martin defends something. Oh, looks like some Just a Robot drama. So I hope you guys enjoy that. Again, thank you to my TikTok people. We got to 1.5K likes or hearts tonight. I think we could definitely do better than that in the future. So let's keep that growing if we can. And if you guys are finding me wherever you're finding me, I appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you know when I go live. Feel free to send donos, super chats. All of it goes to helping the channel do what it's been doing. And that's I don't know, what exactly are we doing? I don't know. It's doing something. We're definitely doing something. I will say that much. But with that said, guys, love y'all very, very much. Enjoy going over. Say hi to K-Huck for me. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.